Welcome back, everybody, for another exciting edition of Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio. I almost called you Owen and Pop. That's your new name.
Hello, I'm Pop.
Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio. Joining us today is the beautiful Bushey.
I like Dirt Culture Radio.
Dirt Culture Radio. Hey, that does pretty much sum it up. Welcome to, like I said, another exciting edition of this show. And before we get into anything, anybody listening live or just starting the show, we are going to get into some spoilers, major spoilers. That's what I'm told. I'm just going to talk about a movie I saw, but I guess that spoils it for everybody.
I put it in the title of the video. It says we're spoiling the movie. Just so anybody who clicks on this is going to know. Like, you might hear if you haven't seen it yet, why wouldn't you? It's fucking free.
Well, I will say, when you do the spoiler alert, it's supposed to be right before you talk about the movie. We don't want people to tune out now. So we'll give you an official, okay, now stop listening if you don't want the movie ruined.
Put your fingers in your ears and go, no.
What do you consider spoiling? Because there's not much you can talk about this movie without spoiling something.
No. Like I said, it's fine as long as you say, are you okay with it being spoiled, or spoiler alert. You just don't go, hey, let me tell you about this movie, and then start right into the meat and potatoes of the movie when someone may or may not have seen it yet.
Meat and potatoes of the movie.
Now, I know I'm above and beyond a lot of people. I don't like to know anything other than the super basic premise and maybe who's directing it and who is starring in it. So, other than that, I really don't want to know anything.
So, spoiler alert, there's a lot of meat and potatoes in this movie.
Oh, this movie is a Bob Evans smorgasbord of meat and potatoes.
All right, the movie that we're talking about is Poor Things. It's on Hulu.
Yeah.
And it has a bunch of really well-known, famous people in it. And we're going to get into it here in a few minutes. The lovely Brittany, she's staying home with the kids because we couldn't get a babysitter. Nobody wants to babysit those kids. So she'll be calling up because I really want to hear kind of a woman's opinion. I mean, she's told me a little bit, but about this movie. Last week we mentioned it, and we started watching it last week, but my grandmother was there. So we're like, hey, don't watch this with your family or your old 90-year-old grandmother or with kids running around the house.
I will say, I could not think of another movie that is closer to pornographic as a mainstream movie than this movie is.
Yeah, I think because you don't put it out in theaters anymore, and it's a straight to consumers.
Well, this one was in theaters.
Oh, it was?
Yes.
Huh.
Yeah. It was in theaters for a while, and then it went to... And all the movies now have that whole deal where it's like, they have a direct-to-streaming agreement when the movie hits theaters. So it might only run for like a month. Then it goes... It's the same thing was... The other movie that I saw this week was The Dream Scenario with Nicolas Cage, that new Nicolas Cage movie. That one was fucking crazy as shit, too. But not as crazy as this one.
I watched Paint with Owen Wilson, and that was not that great. I like Owen Wilson, and it was supposed to be he's like a Bob...
I generally like him.
He's supposed to be like a Bob Ross character.
Okay, I remember seeing the trailers for that.
It was Poor Things was.
Now, is it actually supposed to be him playing Bob Ross?
No. He's his own character.
I was going to say that's dangerous going after anybody that beloved.
Yeah, that's just like when Tom Hanks played Mr. Rogers. I'm like, it had to be Tom Hanks. No one else would have been able to get away with it.
Right, you almost have to be already that beloved yourself in order to play someone that loved.
No, he had the fro and stuff like Bob Ross, and he painted happy pictures, but another woman comes in and paints better than him, like aliens.
All spoiled.
Yeah. Spoiler. No, I'm giving you the premise. I'm not giving you like what happens and stuff.
No, that's fine. I'm talking.
But there's if you want to watch it and lose 2 hours of your life, go for it. But
speaking of losing 2 hours of your life, you guys did not tell me when I started this movie that it is 2.5 hours long.
Yes, it is.
I didn't realize that until till we had it took me 3 different sittings to watch it.
Totally understandable. I talk shit about, how are you going to recommend this movie when you've only seen half of it? I take that back now. Like, I hadn't seen any of it when I said that.
The recommendation was not to watch it around family and friends, not necessarily to watch it. The jury
No one
was still
said
out.
that.
What?
I mean, I watched it it was me and Heather that watched it, so I'm not worried about that. In fact, I'm like, I've watched way worse, to be honest with you. But as far as content goes, but I didn't. I watched the whole thing start to finish, like in one sitting. I didn't even think of it. I mean, because the movie kept me engaged the whole time.
See, that was my problem. For me, the first half. So I think. Okay, are we getting into it now?
Sure,
okay,
yeah.
so spoilers.
We already spoiled.
Okay, yeah. Spoil. I think the movie could have been way more impactful if it was like an hour and a half. There was an hour worth of shots that were just too long, and
like
things that like
too much nipple.
No, never too much nipple.
Okay, thank you.
But like where she's laying on the, I'll be honest with you. I think this movie very possibly either the person that wrote it or directed it could have a foot thing. I noticed this because I have the opposite of a foot fetish. I hate feet, so it's very apparent to me when feet are showcased a lot. And like the shot of her laying on the bed before she, what do they call it, working herself before she.
Oh yes, yeah.
She worked herself. That's one of the great parts of the movie. The alternate way of speaking, because she's supposed to be learning and growing and all this stuff.
Furious jumping.
But yeah, so to me, furious jumping, exactly, for fucking. Furious jumping is fucking. That's great. That's awesome. But there was so many shots that were just pointlessly long. Like her laying on the bed where it was just like a shot of her feet, and she's supposed to be like, starting to take care of herself. And that, but that scene was 2.5, 3 minutes long. Could have been 1 minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Could have been 6 minutes.
And you do that throughout the movie, and it doesn't feel like such a slog. Like as much as I think the movie. See, I told you guys I was going to talk about this a lot.
Go for it.
I have yet to give this thing a number. I cannot bring myself to give it a number because there's so much good and so much bad that it like cancels each other out. And I was even talking to my mom about this, and I was like, she's like, well, because I was trying to, through talking to another person, decide what it should be. And she's like, well, is it a 5? And I was like, no, I have to give it better than a 5. I do. The filming is amazing. The sets are great. The costuming is good.
Yeah.
The makeup is phenomenal. All the special effects makeup. The writing is excellent overall.
Yeah.
But I have a major sticking point that happens very early on in the movie that part of the reason I had to stop it halfway through was because I was so aggravated at this particular point, I couldn't get over it to just...
What point? The black and white color?
The fact that he said... And it was funny. Yeah. Oh, I had a dead mother and a live baby. So the option was obvious. And even the other surgeon guy goes, it was? And he goes, yes, put the living baby's brain in the dead mother. There's a few things wrong with that.
But he's a madman.
He's a mad scientist. Yes, that is kind of explained away through his father, which I'll be honest with you, they could do a whole movie around William Dafoe's father character that wasn't even in the movie.
Right.
That could be a whole movie
Yeah.
in itself, 100%, which yet again lends to really good writing. The fact that you created a character that could have a standalone movie that was never even shown in the movie you're watching.
Yeah.
But... So you're supposed to be watching, what's her name?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Bella Baxter.
You're supposed to watch Emma Stone go from being someone that you think is mentally challenged,
right,
into her brain developing and growing because you find out she's not mentally challenged. She's got
a baby.
A brain. But this makes no sense because the whole movie takes period at the most going off of people's visuals and William Dafoe having medical problems that obviously was going to kill him pretty quick. The movie takes place in about a year.
I know.
Right.
I see what you're saying. Like, how can you put a baby's brain into a human adult body and her grow that quickly? And
it's not just grow that quick. She learned that quickly faster than a normal human would. Right. He didn't give her a super brain. As a matter of fact, he gave her as an adult a child's brain.
Yeah.
So there's no way, just because she went out into the world.
Not even a child's brain, an infant brain.
An infant brain, which, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, I actually rewind it. When they show him putting the other brain in, it is like full-size human brain. It is not infant brain. And for a movie that is, in my opinion, so good in so many other ways, it lends to shit like that being unexcusable. like show him putting the small brain in a sack that is the size of a human brain and then putting it in. Like that, I know this is like really splitting hairs and most people probably would not give a fuck about what I'm saying.
No. I noticed that too, and I wanted to say something, but you know, in my own mind, I sometimes bridge those gaps to make it make sense, and I'm saying, like you said, maybe he ejected it with something, and his super madman science stuff made it grow quicker.
To me, a lot of stuff is explained away, like the fact that, okay, you know, he just reanimates a human within the first 10, 20 minutes of the movie, and he mentions it to several people throughout the movie. Oh, I just reanimated her, blah, blah, and that doesn't seem shocking to anyone. Yeah. So that lends me to think that in this universe...
There you go.
Also, I had a question. Did they say a year this took place ever?
No.
That's what I was going to ask you.
In my opinion, not necessarily alternate universe so much as way in the future.
Okay.
Based off the ship.
Oh, yeah, that ship was really fucking advanced.
And some other things. There was a few things, the trolley situation.
Yeah.
Things that we haven't seen before.
Right,
so you
right.
don't go, this is the past.
Yeah.
It's the future or an alternate universe, but it didn't feel like alternate universe because everything else was very human.
And everything else was very like mid-century England. Like early 1900s.
I felt like they were trying to take steampunk to a different level, like make a new category instead of, it wasn't exactly steampunk.
It was like Victorian
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
So I think they're probably going to see a new subculture because of this movie.
And also, Emma Stone won the Oscar for that movie.
No shit.
I can
Best
believe
actress,
it.
yeah.
I actually had... It shouldn't bother me as much as it does. Yes, this is another me thing. It actually kind of bothers me watching somebody who's not mentally challenged act mentally handicapped.
But again, she wasn't acting. She was acting like an infant, learning. If you dissect it down, you're watching an infant learn to masturbate. You're watching an infant explore herself.
Wait, here and there. I'm glad you brought that up. That goes more into my point of it being really weird that this is supposed to be an infant's brain when they make the movie like 90% sexual, and so now this person's brain. And I understand that that's actually part of the taboo and everything. They address is you're not supposed to be sexual with people with mental problems and stuff. Are you?
Yeah. Hey, hold on one second.
Yeah.
That didn't take long.
Jesus Christ, I love you.
I'm already sweating over this.
Second segment, dear. Second segment. What's up?
So we only see her brain get taken out of her head. We never see an actual brain get put in her head. We just see them electrocute it.
I'm pretty sure they showed a quick shot
of him. That was him taking out her brain.
Huh.
That wasn't actually putting
I
a brain
remember that
in her
part
head.
where it was like, it looked like he cut a window in the back of her head and you could see the brain.
Yeah, to take out her brain.
Okay.
Well,
because she was dead.
During the break, I will pull it up and we'll rewatch that one part. And
I mean, she might be right. I smoke a lot of weed.
If you look at his pictures, it actually shows the size of the brain that he supposedly.
No, I know that. Yes,
in the drawings.
Yes, 100%. That is part of what kind of bothered me was I was like, well, they address it there. And maybe they didn't show him putting it back in, but maybe that's what I was thinking. They should have showed him putting it in, but like I said, with some kind of apparatus that allows a smaller brain. We're just talking about geometry now. You're not going to fit this giant, little brain and a giant head and it not bang around in there.
Well, he filled it with mad scientist juice. That's all.
Well, no, I think how like they put human growth hormones to get the our foods and stuff like to be bigger and whatnot. I think that he did put something in that brain in order to make it a little bit more. It's almost like Deep Blue Sea when they souped up the shark brains in order to find a way to
this movie's
cure
exactly like
Alzheimer's.
Deep Blue Sea.
There's definitely something deep wearing a
But
blue
also,
dress.
like, them putting this all the way in the future shows that even, like, today, old stuff comes back.
Yup, 100%.
So, like, we're seeing the old Victorian style coming back, but like maybe 50 years in the future, we're going to see something like that.
Well,
and it be
and it
more
was
steampunk and stuff.
and it was very exaggerated. That was yet another reason why I 100% agree with you. Fashion goes in cycles, and so that absolutely to me was another tick in the box of, oh, this happened in the future. Was it looked like something we've already seen, but greatly exaggerated? The shoulders and everything were massive.
Yeah, and all her dresses. That kind of annoyed me.
Oh no, it was a thing. That 100% was
all
on
her
purpose.
Fluffy shoulder things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and you just said Victorian era. Her name was Victoria, her real name. That's I don't wonder.
Yeah.
If that was,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You know what? I had a friend of mine that said that she thought at the end when she what's the guy's name? Her husband that comes and finds her.
The general.
The general.
I don't think
know,
I said a
Alfie.
name.
I don't. Yeah. Either way, she said Alfie.
Okay.
Yeah. So she said that she thought it would have been more appropriate for her to take the brain of Godwin and put it into the general so he
That's
could at
what I
least
thought
be
was gonna
beautiful
happen.
once in his life. And then, but I'll tell you what, him with that goat brain just out there going,
See, but
that was hilarious to me.
so here's the weird
Oh,
part,
yeah.
and I'm glad you brought up the goat brain because I forgot. That reinforces my point that putting the infant brain in her doesn't make any sense if you can put a goat brain in somebody and now he retains being a goat. The whole point of the brain and what they explained was the brain doesn't retain any memories or anything. So why now, all of a sudden, at the very end of your movie, do you kill your entire, at least somewhat reasonable explanation?
You have basic nature, and then you have what comes after, like learning and stuff. You don't remember the learning, but you have the basic nature of the brain.
That's like brainstem shit. That's
Yeah.
like not like the
Yeah.
normal involuntary stuff.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, though, then, okay, so I'll go with your guys' thinking. Yes,
Okay.
you put a goat brain in someone, they become a goat. By the rate at which she learned with an infant brain, this goat is going to be speaking English in 6 months.
No, because it's
Yeah,
still
and
a
then
goat
he-
brain. The
Yeah,
goat
It's
eventually-
a goat brain.
Eventually, he finds Adam Sandler.
brain. He plays football.
Yeah.
But no, I think
fucking cocksucker.
the thing is that because his father was a mad scientist that did all these surgeries on him, that he decided he needed to do the same thing, and that's why we get Bella Baxter.
Well, not only that, we also got a pig head with a chicken ass on it.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
bunch of weird
Yeah,
animals.
and you get a bulldog, a French bulldog.
I
chicken
don't
as well.
I don't argue with the logic on
Yeah.
any of the rest of the stuff. It
Yeah.
all made, like, they did a great, like I said, the whole father that you never meet character does so much to explain all of God's actions. You know what I mean? Like, all
Right,
of William
right.
Dafoe's actions
Yeah.
you can look at them as little kid stuff compared to what his father, what this
Yeah.
other mad scientist guy was doing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I keep going back and forth on it because overall I think it's good. But then there's like, okay, so let's do this. Owen, what was your favorite part about the movie?
I think William Dafoe.
Willem.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I think Green Goblin. I think he was my favorite part in the whole movie. I mean, when he was in Boondock Saints, he always plays this like eccentric character usually, and I just fucking love his acting. I don't know his fucking name, but I love his acting. Well, the nakedness. I'm a man, so I like nakedness. All I know is it was one disturbing fucking scene after another. From the bubble coming out of the guy's mouth when he's trying to fucking eat,
Yes.
because of everything's been taken out, to the fucking naked guy crab walking before he fucks her. You're like, what the fuck is that? Rubbing your balls across the ground like a crab? I mean,
His balls didn't actually touch the ground.
That was strange.
well, my eyes closed there for a little
Well,
bit, so I just assumed.
I watched the whole thing. They never touched the ground, and I know that because you've seen all of them for about 5 minutes
Yes,
straight.
there was like what 2 or 3 cocks in there, which no big deal.
It's 3 or 4
And
at
then,
least.
you got, but on the same hand, you got to see what's her name's muff, Bella's muff. That was
Well,
kinda,
here's the thing
There
about
was
it
full
for me.
frontal across the board. Let's
Yeah.
just say that.
I always thought that if I ever saw Emma Stone naked one day, it would be really hot.
not not so much.
I was wrong because it was really awkward. I'm like, all those sex scenes to me was like, this is not like.
She has such an awkward body.
No, it's not that. It's the content. Her body is fucking fine. It's nothing to do with that. It's the fact that it's like a 5-year-old getting banged by the Incredible Hulk, and I'm like, this is really weird. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, there is some hypersexualized shit going on in this movie, but to me, none of it's like when you were a kid and you saw Poison Ivy and you're like, oh, I'm gonna jerk off to this. I'm not jerking off to that.
No, the movie, as sexual as it was, did not make me horny in any way. You know, it was
exactly,
it was more disturbing. You almost feel, yet again, I feel like I shouldn't feel bad watching a movie, but at the same time, if a movie can make you feel bad watching it, then it's artistic. You know what I mean? There's something there. There's something really there to say.
It evoked emotion.
Yes.
Whether good or bad, it definitely made you think and go,
which
what the
yet again, now I'm pushing up into about a 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm sitting around a 7 now, where the movie has many aspects that are a 10.
Right. Yes.
And I'm trying to figure out if I'm personally dragging it down to a 7 because that's another problem I have with this infant brain. Regardless of whether she's learning and stuff, technically all these old dudes are fucking an infant brain.
in an adult body.
But it's an infant brain. What
that's
can
gross.
Dude, this is the same reason. This is the same reason I have a big problem with Wonder Woman 84. Other than the fact it's a massively shitty movie.
Yeah.
The whole movie, they want you to kind of forget about the fact that Wonder Woman is banging some other just random dude that her boyfriend took over his body.
Oh man.
She actually purposely in the movie steers him away from his other friends in real life that would recognize the way he actually looks. But Gal Gadot is banging Chris, Pine or whatever, but it's not Chris Pine. It's this other guy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but does she know that?
Yes.
Okay, see, I haven't seen that one movie because I saw the reviews and said, not worth my time. But
I watched it.
That's what I'm saying. They show her directing him away from people that would recognize the real him, the body that this dude's hijacked.
See, here's an argument that I've made before. And I almost hate to make this argument because I know at one point
I remember that. You're right.
This question is going to get turned back at me, and I'm not willing to answer this question. But the question, I used to say this to people when I was much younger to fuck with people. I would say, if your mom switched bodies with Carmen Electra and you didn't know, would you fuck your mom?
If you didn't know?
Yeah.
Well, if you didn't know, yeah.
I don't even know my real mom, so
could be.
Oh my god.
So yeah, why not? Well, what if you knew your mom's brain was put into Carmen Electra's body, but the memory was wiped, so she didn't know you as her son?
Nope. See, then I'm not doing it. And if my mom had a baby and they killed that baby and put that brain in another person, I'm not fucking that either. I actually just have a thing about fucking people with brain transplants. So,
Oh my god.
maybe I'm the weirdo.
I just like my chicks with lobotomies.
Well, that's different. That's just a nice little hole.
Jab.
Okay, so Brittany, when you said last week about the apple at the dinner table,
Yeah.
okay, I thought you had watched the whole movie, so that's why we started watching it. And when that scene hit, that's when I texted the group, and I'm like, oh my god, this shit, you guys have to watch it. And then you're like, oh, we didn't finish it yet. So how far in did you stop at that scene?
That scene, yeah. That's what we were saying.
Okay.
We stopped at that scene because
we had Jackson running around, and his grandmother was sitting there with Samantha. So it was not that appropriate to watch with the children running around.
Okay.
We
Or my
obviously have now watched all of it.
Yeah. So you saw that after
we were like,
when the maid or whatever comes up to her to ask her what she's doing, she reaches for the eggplant next.
yeah, we saw.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think she was reaching for that when we said, "Okay, that's enough."
No,
This
absolutely.
bitch is sticking a whole fruit salad up her puss.
My grandmother has lived a very sheltered life. As far as I know, she had sex twice, and with my grandfather, and that's it. And what she was watching, I think, was I don't know. I don't know what. Maybe we should call her. Let's ask her.
Oh my god.
No, let's definitely not ask your grandmother about simple things.
But
Poor
yeah,
things.
I mean,
Poor things.
It was just not appropriate at that point in time for us to finish that movie.
But before I forget that I was doing this, okay, your favorite part was titties, basically.
No. Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. That's
I loved the fact that you find out that he has cancer and it's going all over, and maybe that was some of the scars too. They've been cutting away his body, chasing that fucking cancer out of his body, and finally he's like it's too much. I see in there. Right. Stop cutting me up. Let me die. I mean, that whole, maybe it strikes a chord with me, cancer surviving guy right here. But that part, just Willem Dafoe is just a fucking amazing actor.
He's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Britt, what was your favorite part?
My favorite part, I really liked the whole movie. I really liked the whole movie and like the concept of it.
Don't tell me it was too
I think
graphic.
like the only character I didn't like was Mark Ruffalo's.
Yeah,
I thought like at
you're
first
not supposed to.
Okay, wait. Well, see now I'm gonna ask you too. I was gonna ask everybody, but now that she brought up Mark Ruffalo, that was my favorite part.
He was great. I thought.
I liked his character because he kind of opened her eyes, but at the same time, like I thought like when he started turning into the whiny, man.
Yeah,
like, I can't live without you. Like that started to aggravate me because it was like
no, but see, I loved it because the whole thing was
you were pissed about her losing all your money to donations when really it never got donated.
But that's part of the genius of his character is he's supposed to be this womanizer that is purposely taking advantage of mentally handicapped girl. And it gets all turned around on him because he fucking falls for. That is genius.
Yeah,
that is awesome writing, awesome acting. But Mark Ruffalo was my favorite part of the whole movie.
That character is such a fucking turd. He went there as a lawyer to sign up the contract.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
For this other guy to marry him.
Huge turd.
Yeah, and then he climbs in the window.
He goes, let me take this chick out and see what the whole fucking deal is about. Then he fucks her and wants to marry her.
And it is very apparent. It's not like he doesn't know. He knows that she has mental trouble, which makes you hate his character. Yet again, that is good writing. The fact that everybody hates him that much is excellent writing and excellent acting to pull off, the writing of it.
I did realize that being a whiny bitch like he was, women don't like that, even if they're mentally challenged.
Women don't like simps. All right, Dirt, favorite part.
I think my favorite part was when they're in, I think it's Paris they went to, right?
Yeah.
When they're in Paris and she starts like sneaking out and going out and exploring on her own.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part of the movie because she has no idea about manners or courtesy or any of that shit. And she just going out and going, I'm going to eat all this shit. I'm going to drink all this shit. And like, she's not ladylike at all while she's doing it.
Right.
And I just thought that was cool to me because it's like somebody like being allowed to fly the coop a little bit. And as she starts to experience, and then when she joins the brothel, that shit was hilarious because when she's like trying to make it more personal, she's like, tell me a memory you have. And the next thing you know, she's upside down up against the wall, getting hanged and everything. And that was actually when she comes back down after the first time and she's laughing and she says, you told me I'd been cocked by the best, and I didn't believe it, but now I do because I have something to base it on.
A 3-pump chump.
He was,
I didn't laugh out of polite. No, whoever, I don't know who wrote it, but whoever, if it was one person, there was so much writing that was good. The progression of her speech and stuff was so minuscule throughout.
Honey, turn off the TV, please, or turn it down. All we can hear is your TV. You're calling into a radio show. Come on.
But yeah, it was so the progression was so minuscule that by the time you actually finally realized she was mature, it was towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, it was when they were already over in Europe.
But it was slowly progressing through that whole time incrementally. Her getting a little smarter and a little smarter.
I didn't pick up on that until you just said it, but yeah, I remember like being near the end of the movie going, wait a minute, how the fuck is she speaking like this now? Because in the beginning it was like she's pointing shit on a map and like in a book and he's reading to her and she's not, So yeah, that I didn't think of it.
Well, and Willem Dafoe does it yet again. I'll give it another plus tick. Willem Dafoe does address it very early on that she is learning at an accelerated rate.
Right.
So that slightly explains away the infant brain.
Well, see, the infant brain, it doesn't have to focus on growing the body anymore. All the brain's power can go to learning. That's
Well,
the way I
I was going to say also the adult hormones and everything probably make it progress faster as well.
They did not.
100%.
They did not say what you just said, Owen, in the movie.
They didn't?
That one line would make
yes.
Right now I'm sitting at about a 7.5. I've been trying to rate. I'm sitting about. I think if they would have explained it, even with that simple of a sentence, 9.5.
Yeah.
That is a big sticking point for me that they don't really explain why. Other than, it's got some accelerate. Sorry, accelerated doesn't take into account for, because by the end of it, she's talking like a 50-year-old genius.
Yeah.
Not a woman of her age.
Right.
Well, I think. Yeah. Also, I think that. I mean, me personally, I think that like all of the explaining and everything, there was a story to be told there, and maybe that was the reason for not muddying it up with details. But I mean, I personally thought it was great. Like, I never asked any of the questions you're asking right now. I was just like, there's a fucking chicken with a pig head running around this kitchen. This is fucking crazy. Like, it made me feel like I dropped a butt ton of acid and put on Dark Side of the Moon.
Well, I thought we were gonna have Chris here, so I was like, we're gonna have we'll have a resident movie guy now.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to really analytically look at this movie, which also makes a 2.5-hour movie way longer. Actually, I'm telling you, I rewound several things and looked at it again. Do I really think about this way?
Yeah.
Another one of my favorite parts of the whole movie, and this just being a construction guy, the floor in the ship, the giant tiger made out of marble.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
What I wanted to ask you guys, why, like, I know some scenes were black and white, some scenes were color, like before the death or suicide, but some of the shots were through like a fisheye lens.
Yeah, that was just cool cinematography. I thought looked like it through a peephole.
I think they were trying to like show.
Or were you one of the little animals? Were you one of the poor things and watching what's going on? I don't know.
I think it was
either
just
that or it's the maid.
I think it was just representation of voyeurism.
Oh, it could be
for that moment, because every time there was one of those moments, because I did notice that I felt like it was supposed to be a private moment when you were seeing through the people.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think the black and white to color was just showing progression.
Well,
I think it was that, but I think it was also like an awakening.
Yeah.
Like her eyes opening and seeing a world and not really just knowing like her house and William Dafoe and what she's been growing up around. Like now her eyes are being open to
and you can see
the
color.
whole world out there.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought so too. It was very similar to Wizard of Oz when she opens the door and she's in Oz. It's a different world and all of a sudden it's color.
The Giver, if you guys ever seen that or read the book, it's about a kid who ends up like holding all the world's memories. They live in a utopia where all the memories are taken from everybody. So it starts out black and white. And then as he gets memories of stuff that's in the outside world, he starts seeing color, red, blue. And then by the end of the movie, like everybody knows.
Okay.
And it's an awakening of this is what the real world is.
Okay.
Like there's more
I'll
out
buy
there.
It. Sure. All right. Yeah. All right. So I've got the scene up though. Hold on. I want to find out about this bird. Do you have my sound up?
Hold on.
I don't think you're where they actually show him putting the other brain in.
It's right after this. Hold on. Let me skip ahead. Just 10,
I shall, for it is a happy
10 seconds. Hold on. Okay, this is about to be your suicide. See, now the suicide is in color.
Well, no, it's when he's actually explaining to...
Yeah, to what's his
That's
name?
What, I think it's actually
she gets married to.
I knew
No, I just saw it. Hold on.
No, you're right.
Right here.
Yeah, because they show her getting committing suicide again.
Poorly equipped, madhouses, reformatories, or jails. For in this Christian nation, suicide is treated as lunacy, a crime. Who was I to decide her fate?
She's cute dead, too.
But then there was also, on my part, a recognition. All my research had come to this moment. Fate had brought me a dead body and a live infant. It was obvious.
Oh, by the way, he has to kill the infant to pull this off, too.
Out and put it in the full-grown woman. Reanimate her and watch.
Jesus.
All right, there's the brain.
Now.
Any baby brain?
They don't show them put
that's
it back
taking
in.
her brain out.
What we're finding out right now.
Yeah, they don't
Nipples,
show it going
nipples.
back in.
Oh, you're right. No, they didn't. They didn't show him put anything in.
No, they just show her underneath that thing and the
Oh, and there's the
electricity,
baby.
and then her eyes open.
Yeah.
The baby was in the thing.
But yeah, that's another thing that was really weird that they kind of gloss over. I think it was purposeful, but he had to kill a perfectly healthy infant in order to do this.
Well, was it that healthy? I mean,
He said,
Yeah,
he-
exactly.
the-
Where she
the-
committed suicide, they found her probably not too long after she drowned, and that's why the baby was still alive. But how much oxygen was still going to the baby? after the
hold up.
body died?
But if you lose oxygen, the whole point is losing oxygen to your brain makes you brain dead. So
Yeah.
he didn't say I had a brain dead infant he said
no.
I took a live infant
Yeah.
and put the brain into a dead mother.
there's different levels of
But
life.
how healthy was the actual
There you
child,
go.
knowing how long she's been dead?
Oh god, you guys are pro-choice, aren't you?
I think. Yeah. I had to think. Yeah. So one disturbing scene after the other. Like you said, the Incredible Hulk. There, his character was a little not. Nobody liked him, but the fact I knew there was something more to that character. I knew they weren't going to leave him in a padded room, and the fact that he came back at the end of the movie and blew the whole thing up, I kind of liked. I mean,
Because he was so spiteful that she didn't choose him.
show me
So
one
he
man
was
that's not
like,
spiteful
I
at a
remember
woman
what
and want
you
to blow
were
their whole
called.
world up.
Another little problem I had was the actual super nice scientist guy, the first dude she was supposed to marry, got cucked through the whole movie, and then right when you think he's gonna get his comeuppance, or okay, well, she came back, yeah, she was a hooker, but apparently he's able to rationalize it, so whatever, yay, more power to him. And then she leaves him at the fucking altar.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, this poor dude.
Well, she wanted to go find out who she was and why she wanted to kill herself. I can understand that. And if I'm that dude about to marry this woman and she realized, like, her past life just showed up and she had no clue about it, I'm going to say, you know what? You go find out what
You know what I would say? Are you sure it wasn't what drove you to kill yourself? Maybe it's not a path you want to go down.
But that's something that people have to find out for themselves.
Nope, just listen
But
to
he
me.
did say
I'll tell you.
in that scene,
Saved you a
he
lot of
was-
time.
He was like, you were upset about the baby and you thought the baby was a demon and that's why you wanted to commit suicide.
Well, maybe that, and plus they were pretty nasty people, it seemed like,
But
threatening all their help with guns and bullets and shit. I mean...
I think she didn't know who he was when she originally got with him, and then all of a sudden it showed over time.
No, because the people, the staff there didn't even want to talk to her because she
What-
was a bitch too.
What would women blame their shitty decisions on if it wasn't for men? Damn.
Oprah. Anyway,
my goodness.
Rotten Tomatoes has Poor Things at a 92%. That's
It's
pretty
very
damn good.
artistic. It's very and like I said, I'm sure what I really had a problem with isn't something most people will.
Audience score 79%. So you're right there.
I said
right about where he's at.
7.5.
Yeah.
Zach has told me I'm amazing at fucking giving ratings before. Like I've been so keyed into IMDb now for about 5 years that I hit that shit usually within 0.5.
Yeah. Jeez. So, what other parts do you guys want to? You got more in you, right?
No, I mean, I think we covered everything. I mean, about time periods and.
Do you think there's going to be a second part to this movie where she is
No.
now like Dr. Frankenstein, pulling all these things, keeping Baxter's work going?
No, because
No.
it ended
because
well.
she was upset. She was upset about them like doing it to another girl. You saw that, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
because she was
yeah.
replaced.
So she doesn't. Well, yes, but I think they were still like. I think she was.
You know what?
upset
You're
about
right.
being replaced, but the fact that they like
She
killed
was
another
upset.
child. Like, look how upset she was when that black dude Harry showed her, all the
poor people.
children
Yeah.
being killed.
You're right. She does have a heart
You
because she
know?
wouldn't let the general just bleed to death. She said, "Let's save his life and put a fucking goat brain in it."
Yeah.
I would love to see the goat with the general's brain in it, but I guess that wouldn't fit in there.
No, I
so.
would love to see that. But
Anyway.
I think she just trashed it. I think she was like, "This is a horrible person. I don't want to know anything about him.
Yeah.
Let's just trash his brain.
I will say, I think this movie is one of those movies that part of the genius is they leave enough to imagination that this happens.
You can fill in the
Yeah,
blanks.
yeah.
That and it's really hard to tell a very good story and fill out most of it, but leave just enough to where people can discuss it, but it doesn't feel empty or not well explained.
Here's the other fucked up things. As she's learning, and she's telling the general, "Hey, I'm the baby. They took the baby's brain out and put it in me and reanimated." She's basically telling him, "I'm your child, and I hate you." You know?
Yeah.
It's
I don't
crazy.
think
Crazy.
there's a lot of right or wrong points of view in this movie. I think the way it's written, almost all of our points of view are technically correct.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
they weren't addressed, so they weren't proven right or wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Everything we've said is technically correct, even if we disagree with each other.
I can't wait for the director's cut. That's all. There's probably like 30 minutes.
14 hours long. It's just all
It
more pictures of
probably
feet.
is.
More brothel scenes. Oh, and my God, the brothel owner woman there.
When she got naked.
Yeah.
I don't understand her biting and whatnot.
Oh, I understand that.
What is that? What, a control thing?
This is horny.
Just horny. Well, she seemed to
You know,
bite.
I think it was a controlled thing. Like, and if you don't do, the things that you're supposed to, I'm gonna bite you. Like, kind of also like controlling her and how everybody else
implementing
has.
that at home.
They're gonna just bite Jackson whenever he pisses you off.
Oh man.
No, I
That'll
could get in
teach him.
trouble.
I'm about to, bite him, cut off an arm or something.
See, I told you he might be dead by the time I get home, guys. These easy acting.
Hey, if she kills him, you got a free brain to stick in
Hold on.
somebody.
God.
Is he anywhere near you, hun?
He just ran away because I yelled at him.
He just what?
He just ran away because I yelled at him.
Tell him come back to the phone. Hold on for a second.
Oh God.
Hold on.
Jackson, come here.
What do you think of Emma Stone's pussy?
No. I want to ask. Hey, Jackson.
Say hi.
Jackson. Hey, buddy. Can you hear me all right? Hey, how's things going at the house? What?
Baby, whatsoever.
Hold on, honey. Take it off a speakerphone and just give him the phone.
It's not on speakerphone. He does.
All right.
If I give him the phone, he's gonna run away with it and smash it.
Well, that's okay.
This should
I'm
be
kidding.
his first choice of thing to do.
He's training to be a CIA agent.
Hey, Jackson. Jackson, what's your favorite movie? Okay, this is going horrible.
Yeah.
Never mind. Forget it.
Bail.
I don't know what's wrong with her phone. So, all right. I hear the baby too. All right, honey, stop, please. You're driving me crazy. All right.
Turn her mic down.
Yeah. I think he actually did take the phone and run away with it. Give it to me. He won't give it back. You there, babe?
So.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Any last things you want to say about the movie? As a woman, did you feel empowered? I don't know. I gotta ask that, right? It's 2020s.
I don't know. I guess the way that she handled the brothel issue with Mark Ruffalo's character was kind of empowering, because she's like, we're making the money. Like, we have the stuff to make the money. You don't.
I'm just going to be real. Pimps have won if we're to the point where women think that a girl becoming a prostitute was empowering. That literally pimps won the world. Like, they've talked all women into thinking that prostitution is not only cool but empowering. Well, that's right, girl. You do you. You get what you want with that pussy.
Well, okay. If you're in a bad situation as a woman, and the only way out is maybe to sleep with a couple guys and get out of that situation, I mean, is that a bad thing? I mean,
Bring him in here, I'll fuck him.
But how is that women's empowerment if your way to empower yourself is a guy and literally to be fucked by him? How is that? Sorry, am I missing something? I'm all for women's empowerment. I really am. I just don't understand this.
If I was a hot woman, I would probably think about using my body in some way to make money. I mean, I don't know if I would be
Can
a
we
prostitute.
put a GoFundMe on the website?
Oh my god.
I don't have that kind of body.
The way that she says it to him.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. The way she's like, "Hey, I don't need you. I found something else.
Exactly.
Goodbye." But then again, I see what you're saying, Bushy. She needs those other people. But I mean, substitute prostitution with I don't know.
I mean, you can literally trade that scenario for she only fucks women, and to me, then it's women's empowerment. I just don't understand how it's women's empowerment if, in order to empower herself, she sleeps with a man.
Because it was her idea. She wasn't told what to do. She goes.
But she wasn't smart enough to understand what morally she was actually doing.
Originally, but as she did it, she realized what she was doing. Because when she does go back, she says, "I was a whore." Like, literally.
She wasn't ashamed of it.
Right, but it's still not, like, shameful. Which, see, now that's a thing that's, like, split in half. It's like, are we to a point where it is not shameful to sleep with people for money? Because, yet again, I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't see a problem with it at all.
Neither do I.
Neither do I.
I think it should be 100% legal.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I would actually finally be able to get laid occasionally. Maybe broke too. So
I think the reason why it's been so frowned upon is, like,
Christianity.
I don't know, the way that...
well, morals.
Huh?
It goes just...
Yeah, it's morals.
You can have morals without being like
I would
church
like
person.
We need to have a talk about ingrained morality at
Yeah,
some point,
okay.
because there was
Yeah.
another thing that I watched a YouTube video on recently, but it's weird because it would tie into this, but it's going to be a really long, in-depth thing, and there's some things we should talk about off the show before we actually
You okay?
talk about it on the show
Yeah.
to see if we want to breach these topics.
Subjects, yeah, topics. I
But
gotcha.
yeah, no, I'm glad that you guys suggested it. Crazy movie, fucking movie. Spawns a lot of thought, no matter what.
It did. It reminded me of like an acid bath Stanley Kubrick type of film. Like Clockwork Orange or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And like I love movies like that. Like if it's not weird, probably not gonna hold my attention that much. I mean, like we're so desensitized with things like. I mean, I like good movies if they're good movies, and I'm no problem with that. But when it's fucking whacked out crazy, I'm like, this is fucking awesome because you never know where it's going.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to give it
Exactly.
another 0.5, strictly because originality.
Yeah.
It is so original, and how many times have I said to you guys, it must be so hard to be original these days.
Yeah,
every
yeah.
song's been written, every
It
movie's
really
been
is.
done.
Yeah.
Because look at Broadway, okay? Broadway is trying everything right now to get people back in their theaters. Spider-Man, the musical.
Yeah.
Legally Blonde, the musical.
Right.
Like, they're taking things and just making a musical. Like, there's no originality
Isn't that
behind
what
it.
they always
Yes,
did?
you can make this set.
Not Cats. Back in the day, they used to
books,
make
and
actual
then-
musicals. Now they just like the Wedding Singer musical. They have the Wedding Singer musical.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I got you.
Well, I
yeah,
guess,
I didn't know.
Yeah, you had.
They're not coming up with an original idea for many things. Like, how many times are you going to remake something?
Well, look.
You know,
When we were kids, those movies were popular. Now that we're adults and we have, like, I guess, income, they want us to go to the Broadway. And so they're making stuff that we used to like as kids, turn it into Broadway things. So,
Right.
So,
yeah,
I mean,
but Spider-Man didn't even work because of the technical difficulties they had.
Yeah.
So,
All right. One last.
there's only so much you can do.
I want to take a break so I can get a beer. But one last thing I wanted to ask you, and I know I kind of touched on it. Poor Things. What do you think the name is supposed to be? Is it the animals, the experiments, or the people themselves?
I don't even think it's necessarily those people. I think it's humanity. Is
I think it's
poor
humanity
things.
as well.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because the way that she is like, she's so open. And I mean, she takes in different people's like thought
Penises.
process and whatnot,
Okay,
but still makes her own opinion.
Yeah, I think that
I'm gonna kill you.
I wouldn't.
She loves them. Trust me.
I thought that name made reference to the casualties that it took to make her. I
All his
thought
experiments.
all of his experience, all the things that had to
Take your
suffer in
stuff
order
out,
to get
go.
to that point. But that makes sense. I
everything
mean,
go.
it being humanity, because when you look at her seeing the starving kids and her just like taking the
I'll
world
come and
in
read
for
you
the
a story
first
soon.
time.
Go to your room.
Don't talk
I'm in my room.
She's talking to
Not you.
I think that's what it was. I mean, what you just said about it being about all of humanity, that makes total sense too, because she's also seeing like the fucking terrible sides of the world for the first time and reacting to it like genuinely for the first time.
Well,
whereas like the rest of us gradually grow into seeing this shit and then become cynical old fucks, you know?
Well, and the reason I also thought it was
we also become so desensitized by how much of this stuff is shoved upon us.
Right.
The other where
she shows her sensitivity toward all of it.
When I decided for because I looked through the movie to try to figure out why it was called Poor Things. You know, I wanted to know that. And for me, it made sense that it was humanity once they introduced the old lady and the young black guy and their characters. And pretty much at that point in the movie, they've introduced you to almost all aspects of society.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, hey, that's a good thought too. So.
I sound smart sometimes.
According to IMDb, the critics' consensus is wildly imaginative and exhilarating, over the top. Audience says Poor Things is weird, wild good time, and Emma Stone is fantastic in it. Fantastic or nude, both the same. Just be prepared for an adult theme that may be unsettling or offending to some viewers. So yeah, that pretty much one disturbing scene after the other equals for a great movie. So all right, any last things before I go get a beer and we take a break? No, good. All right, thank you, babe, for calling in.
Thank you for calling in.
You're welcome.
Later, Britt.
See ya.
Don't kill the kids, please. I don't want to deal with that when I get home. I've cleaned all morning. I was up at like 3 a.m. fucking cleaning.
Yeah, but how cute would Archie look with
blood
Jackson's head sewn to him?
Mars attacks.
Oh God, can you imagine Jackson running around with Archie's head? That would be fucking terrifying.
Oh my Lord, probably break less shit.
It reminds me of a scene in the Drew Carey show back in the day, the one where they break into that laboratory to try to find something. I can't remember what it was, and Drew Carey walks into that room and it's a fucking gorilla with a hippopotamus body. It's a gorilla, and he just looks. He gets locked in there, and then he comes running out, and they go, oh my God, what was that thing? And he goes, I don't know, but let me just tell you, don't ever mix the poops of a hippopotamus with the throwing capabilities of a gorilla.
That's disgusting. But all right. Let's wrap this.
All right.
Not wrap the show up, but wrap this little segment up.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. If you guys think of anything during the break, we can talk about it. But when we get back, I got a little segment today in pop culture history, which actually this week in pop culture history, I got a few things we can talk about. We have Rap and Cap at the last segment, so you want to listen to that. And wrapping it up with Bushey, everything.
Booty clappers.
Booty clapper, that's what it is. So if you're listening live, we appreciate it. Go ahead and put your comments in on Poor Things or anything else we're talking about, and we'll get to them.
And also, once we go to break here, I'm going to actually kill this stream and start a new one that doesn't say spoiling the movie. That way people can come back in and they don't have to worry about us spoiling anything. We'll start from segment 2 on that one.
All right. That sounds good.
All right. So I played a little bit of this for you guys. So that band that I was showing you on the patio of all children from the Midwest, they actually have a full profile on Spotify. So this is my musical pick for the week. This is a music foundation at the Chicago area called O'Keefe Musical Foundation. And basically this guy has an organization where he takes kids in who want to play instruments or who already play instruments that want to get better and play with kids their own age. So you're talking about kids as young as 7 years old up to 17 years old. And they play popular music songs. The thing is, this guy, whoever O'Keefe is a bit of a metalhead because almost all these songs are metal songs, and these kids fucking handle this shit. I was blown away when I started listening to. What brought me to it was I was actually doing a little bit of like hunting and pecking around on YouTube for the show, and this video popped up. It was a music video that they just released this week. That's not the song I'm going to play first, though, because this one I know Bushey was a fan of. This is an 11-year-old, or a 10-year-old girl named Zoe, singing the Slipknot song, "The Heretic Anthem." Now, keep in mind, this is a 10-year-old now. And also the band is fucking phenomenal.
This is what it sounds like when you put adult brains in kids' bodies.
8, 7, 6, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's what I can't believe. That little scream she does, man.
Yeah. It's fucking great,
That's
man.
not a 9-year-old scream.
And yeah, Corey Taylor is not easy to follow.
No.
All right, let's take a break. You're listening to Pop Culture Radio.
Shimmy, shimmy, yaw, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yay. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off on a natural charge, bon voyage. Yep, I'm the home of the Dodgers, Brooklyn squad. Wu-Tang killer bees on a swarm. Rain on your college ass disco dorm. Beauty even touch my skill. You gotta have the one killer bee and he ain't gonna kill now. Shimmy, shimmy, yaw, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yay. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Shimmy, shimmy, yaw, shimmy, yam, shimmy, yay. Give me the mic so I can
Welcome back to Pop Culture Radio. That again is the O'Keefe Music Foundation.
Damn. I went.
Little children doing Shimmy Shimmy Ya by Old Dirty Bastard.
chop that tail, pass it all around. Lyrics get hot, quick cement to the ground. For any MC in any 52 states to get psycho, killer, no man bass. My producer slam, my flow was like, bam, jump on stage and then I dip down.
You know, I'll give it to the kid. It is really hard to do that little that ODB vibrato thing
Yeah.
he does or whatever, and he tries. He does okay on it.
Yeah. I just this whole project is so funny to me because like on the metal songs, like that's one of those things where I can watch that and go, that's really fucking hard to do.
Yeah.
Like that when we watched where they did the Pantera song and the kid and there's two kids. There's like one kid that looks like he's probably about 17, 18, and then there's another guitar player that's like 10 or 11, and the 11-year-old's the one that hits the dime bag solo and fucking murders it.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're resetting after that last segment. We're not gonna re-spoil things. You can go back and listen.
We split this into two different videos just so we didn't spoil the fucking shit.
That's how much we care. I don't. Those two.
I
do.
appreciate it.
Yeah, these two do. I was like going to tell you everything about it, but I was kind of thinking like, who wrote this fucking movie? That Poor Things movie. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so out there, and it's a guy by the name of Tony McNamara, and I wanted to see
What else did he do?
That's what I wanted to see, and he hasn't been writing for that long. He wrote back in 2003 his first movie, A Rage in Placid Lake. Then in 2015 he did The Ashby, and in those movies they had a couple big name people, but nobody big deal. No box office mount on those, but and then 2018 he did a movie called The Favorite. He wrote it.
Okay.
Executive producer, screenwriter. Made $34.2 million, and guess who's in it?
Emma Stone.
Emma Stone.
Oh wow, okay.
Then in 2021, he's the screenwriter for a popular movie which I haven't watched yet, called Cruella DeVille movie.
Oh, and she's in that too.
Guess who's in that?
Yeah.
Emma fucking Stone.
Oh, so he wrote Cruella. That's a great movie. Have you seen it?
I haven't, but I want to.
It's fucking great, man. I love it.
Okay, well, you're part of the audience score. The audience score, how much do you think it is?
What, Cruella?
Yeah.
I only
haven't watched it.
I only heard good stuff.
What you've seen the movie?
I'd
I haven't
say
seen
85.
it. 97%
Okay.
audience
Oh,
score.
wow.
You know what they did with it, and this doesn't spoil anything, but the character of Cruella, this is an origin story movie. So it shows her from the beginning, like what she was when she was basically she's trying to be a fashion designer. And so what they did was they took like the origin story of Catwoman from the Batman 2 and took that character and crossed her with Anne Hathaway's character in The Devil Wears Prada. And that's what you get.
All
and
right.
it's really fucking interesting.
All right. Well, I mean, this guy might have a knack for this kind of stuff. So, but he definitely has I think, a crush on Emma Stone. And, you know, I think maybe he worked with her for a few years and maybe got a crush and said, I'm going to write fucking a movie where her nipples are everywhere. Thank you very much.
He's like, I'll tell you, that Cruella suit was tight, but hand me my typewriter, Lois.
I mean, you institution of art. That's all.
He's done some TV stuff, too, if anybody wants to look that up. The Secret Life of Us, he was the writer. He wrote The Heart Guy. I'm not sure what that is. And then he was the creator, executive producer, and writer of The Great, whatever that was. I had a 96 Rotten Tomato, whatever.
The Great did?
Yeah, whatever.
The Great, is that spelled Great?
Yep.
Okay.
It's odd because other than the Cruella, I don't even think I've heard of anything else that you listed off.
Yeah, he's kind of new to this whole thing. The Great is like a Victorian type, movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So he's probably into that kind of thing. I like that time period and all, but like the time period that I keep going back to is like Egypt and
yeah.
Rome. There was something out a few months
How do you
ago.
get back there?
In my head and watch TV show. Hold on. There was something out like a few months ago, like going around the internet, like people ask other people, how often do you think of the Roman Empire? Like, how often do you think of the Roman Empire?
Me? Never.
Never?
Daily.
Daily?
Yeah.
So do I. In Egypt, and that's part of the Rome. I mean, they were taken over by Rome at one point. But have you ever heard of Sir Ranulph Phidias?
Well, yeah.
You have? No, you haven't.
No.
He's known as the world's greatest living explorer. He has walked unaided to the North Pole, discovered a lost city in Oman, which is in Egypt, and led the only expedition to circumnavigate the globe by land via both poles. This guy is a badass. He's 80 now, but the other day I was, I like watching like Egypt stuff to go to sleep. I don't know what it is, but there's something about like how that civilization back then and like, Pompeii and the Romans, they were so advanced. You think they're just like humans running around in robes and then playing in the dirt, but they fucking had a complex society. They had like a street with malls. You could go buy fast food.
Yeah.
It's not a whole lot different than today, other than they don't have electronics.
Right.
That we know of. But I mean,
Well, see, here's the thing. So in my through school and after school, I was really into ancient civilizations, like especially the Romans and the Egyptians a lot. Over time now, it's like I feel like I've read everything I can about that, and so like I don't really like it. It's something
dude,
I'm
they're
thinking about
finding
much,
new
but-
stuff every day
Oh, I
with
know,
this
yeah.
LiDAR and shit. It's fucking awesome.
I found I saw something recently. I want to say maybe like a year or two ago where they found like a cold storage box underground and it had like food in it. Like
What?
Yeah, when they broke it, I mean it was not good anymore. It's not spoiled, but it was like 3,000-year-old like stone box that was under the floor of this house, and they're like, oh well shit, that's what they were doing. They would put their like perishables in this box. It was underground level because it was cooler underground and it would keep it cold.
Yep, that was their
Yeah.
refrigeration
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah. So I was flipping through the channels in the National Geographic section of Disney Plus. There's a show that was recommended to me, Egypt with the World's Greatest Explorer. And have either of you heard of Joseph Phineas? You probably know of him or have seen him. Let me pull up his IMDb real quick. Read you some of the movies that he was in.
this might be a really dumb question. Isn't there like a cartoon called Phineas and Ferb?
There
Yes.
is, but it has nothing
Aren't
to
they
do with
explorers?
this.
No.
I don't think so.
I don't know. I
They
don't
could
watch
be.
none of this shit. I could get across the door of the Explorer for all I think.
Well, this guy, he's been in a bunch of great movies. Stealing Beauty, Elizabeth, I'm saying Luther, I don't remember that one. He was Shakespeare in Shakespeare in Love. So he's an accomplished actor. He's been in a lot of television. The Handmaid's Tale.
That's a huge one.
Sherwood. Flash Forward. That was an awesome fucking show that was only one season, and then the writer's strike happened and killed that fucking show. That was a good one where everybody got to see their future for like 10 seconds or something, and if you didn't see your future, you knew you were going to die. You were going to be dead.
Oh, wow.
It was a fucking awesome show, but like I said, the writer's strike in 2010 happened, and it killed everything.
Huh.
But this guy is the cousin, twice removed, of the world's greatest explorer, and they did this. It's only 3 episodes. Egypt with the world's greatest explorer, but this guy is what they call him. When he went to the fucking North Pole, he got frostbite in his fucking fingers, and they show his hands, his one hand with the nubs. He got frostbite in his fingers. He's such a fucking bad ass. He put his hand in a vise and took a saw and sawed his fucking fingertips off. He said the thumb took him 3 days to finally get through. He said if he starts sawing, it would hurt and bleed. He'd stop and go up a little bit higher.
Oh, my God.
And then he opens up a fucking jar when he's talking to his cousin.
And pours the tips on the table.
Yeah, and there's only 4, and he goes, I don't know what happened to the 5th one.
Oh, my
I got
God.
hungry.
But anyway, I really recommend it because, it's...
What is it on?
Anything. Well, it's on Hulu and Disney Plus, National Geographic area.
Okay,
So,
okay.
But check it out. I mean, it's just kind of cool. They don't do any groundbreaking exploring because this guy's 75 now, and his family member just kind of wants to know him. Apparently,
Well, he already had to cut off his own fingers. How much more do you want this man to do?
dude, this motherfucker, like they fight with the sticks. I guess they do that in Egypt and stuff, and they did all amazing. He's 80 now and he's still alive. I looked that up, so I just recommend that to anybody who wants to watch that. But all right,
Real quick, when you watch something while you're going to sleep,
I go back and rewatch it. Yeah.
you go back and finish it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Usually. If it's something that caught my attention, and I'll go back and rewatch it. But if it's something that's just run of the mill, like we found mummies here and shit like that, I won't go back and watch it. But it's got to be something a little bit different.
Gotcha.
But all right, guys, I'm going to start a little my segment here a little bit longer. Sorry. I know you hate when I do segments.
No, it's great if I don't have to say anything.
I want to go through the days. Today is a very special day, and I'm going to go through the week's days. So if you're listening not live, how dare you, motherfucker? Whenever you listen, it might be a special day for you. So today is a day that I like. It's the Cuddly Kitten Day, and it's National Puppy Day. So I imagine it was like Cuddly Kitten Day first, and then the dog lovers said,
they got to share the same day?
They got to share the same day.
That's bullshit.
Well, if you have both, then your day's totally full. But if you only have one, you just
like
hug
the
them
best
for half
day
the
ever.
Exactly. So if you're listening now, when we go to our next break, hug your fucking dog or cat. All right. Tomorrow, Sunday, and this is a very special day to me. It's cheesesteak day.
Okay.
I'm getting a cheesesteak tomorrow. Also, it's cocktail day. So I think I have my lunch and dinner plan, cheesesteak and cocktails.
I think I'm pretty much going to cross that one off tonight.
And then finally, it's tuberculosis day. So tuberculosis awareness.
So if you have tuberculosis, you eat a cheesesteak and hug your cat.
There you go. And
It'll make you feel better.
and infect everybody. All right.
Well, tuberculosis isn't...
You have to cough. It's airborne disease.
I didn't think it was transmittable. I thought that was more like a...
And you're why it's still around. But yeah.
People can get each other sick?
yes.
Weird.
You have to cough. It's definitely airborne.
Fake science.
Monday is Medal of Honor Day. So
Ooh, that's a good game.
Medal of Honor?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's the video game day. I didn't look too much into it. I thought
No, I doubt it.
I thought
I'm
on
pretty sure
Monday-
it probably has to do with veterans, you know.
If you know of anybody that got a Medal of Honor, thank them. And, you really should be thanking your veterans because we have this fucking life just because we have our military.
The reason you can watch people eat fake fruit on TikTok is because their friend died for your sins.
Exactly, yeah. Also on Monday, being Medal of Honor Day, it's International Day of Remembrance of the Victims of Slavery and the Transatlantic Slave Trade. That's a long one, but I think that is important. But also on Monday, finally, it is also Waffle Day. So I guess as you're eating your waffles, thank somebody with had a Medal of Honor, and then think of all the slaves. So.
God damn it.
Monday is full. Tuesday, after that, exhausting 3 days, Tuesday is Solitude Day. So don't talk to anybody. Stay by yourself. Wednesday is Whiskey Day, International Whiskey Day.
Wednesday?
So, yep.
Well, Whiskey Wednesday.
Get drunk on Wednesday.
Wednesday is also my fantasy baseball draft. I might make some poor decisions that day.
Well, don't worry. Thursday, when you got that hangover, it's Hot Tub Day, and then also Weed Appreciation Day.
Hey.
And to sum it all up, Friday.
It's a good day right there.
That's a good week so far. I mean, other than the slavery stuff, I'm digging it. Even the TB, bring it on. Friday, this is one touches close to me in Britt's heart. Mom and Pop Business Day, so support your local people. Sure. Also, it's Smoke and Mirror Day, so apparently do some tricks. And then finally, it's National. This one probably touches you. Their dirt and your family. National Veterans War, National Vietnam Veterans Day whatever. Last time I was in D.C., I went to the Veterans Wall, and I think I got your uncle's name?
Yeah, I remember that.
Now, 4 things I wanted to touch on. Well, 3. In 1807 was when the Slave Trade Act came up. So slavery has been illegal for 200 years,
Don't be so bummed when you say that.
No, I'm embarrassed that
That it's only been 200 years.
Yeah. That's
it should have caught on a little earlier than that.
But going back to the Roman kind of day, they had slaves. They were the largest people to have slaves for the longest. But slavery back then was a little different. You were able to earn your freedom. Basically, if you wanted to be a Roman, you had to enter as a slave, meaning you did all the grunt work. You delivered food to people. You did everybody's chores. And if you were an upstanding citizen and you did your shit, you could buy your freedom and eventually become a real citizen and have all the normal things. So other than the word slave, I kind of like that, prove yourself and become a part of us rather than I'm going to take you and make you do the shit that I don't want to do. So I kind of like...
I hate all of it. I'm just going to go on the record and say I hate slavery. I don't know what Owen's opinion is.
That's a pretty bold stance to take.
Yeah, hot take.
I'm not saying slavery is cool. I'm saying earning
you're kind of saying certain slavery is cooler than other slavery.
It was called being a slave, but they weren't... Some of them really were slaves. You're right.
I'm just trying to help you out here, bud. You're trying to make slavery sound cool.
No.
I know.
I'm saying working your way and becoming a citizen and working your way from the ground is cool. The way America did it was not cool at all. I mean, that was fucking wrong. All right.
Can I just say something? This is something I found out this week, which is really interesting to me. So Thomas Jefferson was the 3rd president, right?
Right.
I do know.
Now we're talking about a long time before the Civil War and all that shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
He actually he lobbied Congress to abolish slavery.
Did he really?
Yeah. And now keep it in mind, he had a giant plantation with a lot of slaves. He fathered children with a lot of slaves. But then you're like, this guy wanted to abolish slavery, but there's a really shitty reason behind it.
Oh, no.
He wanted to abolish slavery, put them all back on boats, and send them all back to Africa. Yeah. And you know why he wanted to do that? Because he had a nightmare where all the slaves rose up and overthrew the government and became the leaders of the government. So he's like, can't let that happen. Send them all back.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Dude, that was a bumper sticker from Ocala when I was growing up.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah, that's redneck town. But all right. In 1979, that was the year I was born, 3 Mile Island happened this week.
Oh yeah.
That's when it melted down and killed a lot of people. Whatever. Did it kill a lot of people? Yeah, it did. Right.
3 Mile. I mean, I get that one mixed up with Chernobyl.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They both sucked.
Yeah.
1988. Very big day in men history.
Yeah.
Viagra was approved.
Really?
Yep.
In
yep.
88?
Yeah, 1988 it was approved by the
Oh,
FDA.
that's because it was originally a pill for heart problems.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
Originally, it was for like congestive heart failure and shit like that. But then the byproduct was, holy shit! All these
got a
guys
boner.
with bad hearts have giant hard cocks, and they're like, maybe we're marketing this wrong.
Have you ever tried it?
No.
Have you?
No, but I heard good things.
I'm interested. I have gone by a gas station once and like bought some of those
Gas station boner pills.
Yeah, I don't think it worked. I think I puked or something. I don't know.
So it's really funny because I only had an issue one time in my life, and it was someone I hadn't seen in 15 years, and like I said, I had a problem. It just wouldn't, do what it was supposed to do. So I made sure to go buy. I bought like everything. I was like, give me one of every boner pill, and I bought all this shit, and like I think it was even like there was some honey oil stuff, like all kinds of shit, right? Never had the problem again. I don't even know if they I never took it because I never needed them.
Did you take all of them?
No, I never took any of them.
Oh man,
you bought them.
The next time that I assumed I would need these for, if I was starting to have a problem, I didn't have a problem, and I never needed them.
You know what?
So it must have been mental.
Well, like
There used to
waste
be-
like $70.
There used to be an infomercial on TV. This was like, I don't know, 07, 08, somewhere in there, where they were like, it's this erectile dysfunction lotion. And they're like, just rub this lotion on your dick. And I'm like,
You're jacking off.
I think I have a whole cabinet full of that lotion, apparently. Because just rub any lotion on it, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't
right.
that work? And so we called the hotline, and I'm talking to this lady about it. And actually, Brando, that was on Ballbusters with us, he calls, and he's talking to the lady, and he's like, yeah, okay, so what information you need? And she's like, and he's got on speakerphone, and she's like, just... let's verify your credit card information, and then you be free to try this in the privacy of your own home. And he goes, "Oh, that sucks. I wanted to try this in the privacy of my own my favorite coffee shop."
That's funny. No, I won't go to that.
What's that? Was that a dick joke?
No,
Back to slavery.
Just can't let that one go.
No. You know,
they were given employable skills.
that's not where I was going.
I've heard people say that before too.
Oh my
No, where my mind was going to like these targeted ads on Facebook where I keep getting these boner pill advertisements because I guess I'm of that age, and
I still get video. I don't get boner pills. I get all video game advertisements, and they are the worst.
they go, we know this guy's not fucking.
yeah, exactly.
No, I've really been thinking about trying one or two. I would like a boner for 8 hours. Why not? Go to McDonald's, maybe get some looks. Wear the actually go in, but wear the tight underwear so it goes down your leg a little
Well,
bit.
no, but it's only cool if you don't have a boner and people can see it.
Well, they
Once
don't
you have a
to know.
boner and people see it, that's no longer a flex. Just so you know.
Well,
Like, sir, why do you have a boner in the children's clothing section?
Where are you in the McDonald's playground slide
With a boner.
with a
somebody
giant heart
says,
on?
"Sir, what's wrong?" You turn around, you knock over some kid's drink. Boing.
Nothing, can't you tell?
It probably would come in handy though when you fall asleep on the couch because at least you'll have a kickstand so you won't roll off the couch.
I'm confused of how it works now. When you
It's soft and then it gets
no.
hard.
I mean, but do you have to be turned on, or does it just get hard and it stays hard?
Oh no, it's a chemical thing if I'm not mistaken. Like it just gets hard.
Because I've heard some people say like when I've talked to them like you just run around for a boner for 4 hours. And he goes, no. It's when you start even like doing stuff, then it just pops up like nothing, and it goes away when you're done.
I don't have firsthand. I imagine different people are different too. Like most drugs affect everybody slightly differently.
Let's just do a show with that.
What?
We'll go back to boner pills.
Oh my
And then
god!
we'll all take boner pills and we'll do a show.
an hour before the show.
Yeah.
Everyone takes one Viagra.
We all choke down twice the recommended daily dosage, and then we'll see and then maybe we'll sword fight to the death.
Oh my god!
I don't want to die over it, but
Maybe get little costumes, put them on there.
I'm gonna dress my dick like Benjamin Buttons.
Mine's gonna be Macho Man.
Oh yeah, brother!
I just want to see rainbow tassels on my cock. That's so wrong.
I know this scraggly beard.
Of course not. I keep getting like I said, the ads, and it seems really easy to get. It's like talk to our doctor online and get it in your mail in a discreet package the next day and shit like that. So I don't know. Maybe
Every time they do discreet packaging, I'm like, what were they shipping in it before?
a big dick.
It was like a box that just a giant dildo on it.
Right.
Like the FedEx guy's carrying that to your house on his shoulder, like fucking Commando.
An envelope. It's like labia lips. So you just open it.
Oh Jesus! I wonder.
So the postman in a 50s TV show coming to the door going, "Morning, Mr. Owen. Here's your dick pills.
You have a great weekend.
How's the family?"
Going to be bigger after the night. Okay. Is she? Has she called? Is she probably not listening now? But I just wonder if she'd be into that, Brittany. If
What time is it? Oh, hang on. So
I assume
2 minutes ago, she just commented the word no. I don't know what that's in response to.
maybe my dick pills.
Oh, maybe
maybe-
she
yeah,
doesn't
maybe
want
she-
you to have dick pills.
I mean,
maybe she's saying you're just too good already. You don't need any enhancement.
Well, you know that's what she's gonna say.
she lies really
Well,
well.
I mean, that's should be the only person that counts, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, I count too, and I want to see him
Oh,
stumbling around
okay.
with a giant boner and knocking stuff over.
One of these days.
She said yes, exactly. Okay, so she doesn't want you to have boner pills. Well, what about boner kill? Is what she's being.
Right. Why can't we get boners on the show together, Britt? what's so wrong about it?
I think
That's
she's-
men's empowerment.
I think she's saying no to use it on her for 8 hours, but I think she's okay if we all get boners together.
Okay. Well, she's in the comments. Britt, is it okay if we all get boners together?
I never thought I'd be asking my woman. There's nothing wrong with 3 middle-aged men getting boners together in a small room.
She said that's fine.
Take
Woo! Boner party.
All right.
Take pics.
I'm going to talk to the internet doctors, and we'll have boner pills next week.
Oh my lord.
Talk to the internet doctors.
I don't know who they are, but I trust them. All right.
We could simultaneously train for the ring toss championship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could do that. Man, that would be really awkward.
Mine,
Fucking
And
killed
we
it.
might have to. We might have to shut the cameras off.
mine will be the most difficult. No, I'm just, my girl likes to say I have a huge dick. It's massively normal. Massively average is what I say. So.
Massively average. It's Maverage. It's basically Tom Cruise and Top Gun.
All right, got one last thing that happened this week. In 1993, we were all young gentlemen back in 1993. How old was I? I don't want to do the math. But anyway, let me see if you guys recognize this.
Family Feud.
Family Feud. Ding,
Yeah.
ding, 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 ding.
Oh, is this the guy that killed himself?
Yes, Ray Combs.
Ray Combs. Yeah.
Do you know what happened to him?
No.
Ray Combs was the host of Family Feud. Let me scroll down. He killed himself. He was only host for not that long, and on June 1st, 1996, police were called to his home. He was slamming his head into the wall. He destroyed most of the inside of his house. He later told the police that he just fell in the jacuzzi, but later his wife arrived, and she informed them that he was suicidal again. So something snapped in his head. He tried to kill himself again. He was taken to a medical center and put in a 72-hour psychiatric observation hold. I know what those are like. And the next day at 4:10 a.m., they found him hanging. He hung himself with the sheets in his room. So whatever was going on with him, he was really fucking pissed. But I remember watching that with my grandmother, and then all of a sudden, like, the host changed. And I was like, what the fuck happened? And then I looked it up, and it was crazy. But I didn't realize. I thought it was just one night, and he just fucking killed himself. But some shit was going on for a couple days. The fact that he destroyed his house and then, like, banged his head against the walls throughout the house.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's crazy.
That's fucking crazy.
Dirt, did you ever finish watching that show Plebs?
No, I watched like I think like half the first season.
I still stand by the fact they handled exactly what Owen's talking about, like changing of a character on a show.
Yeah,
better than any show ever has. And I won't spoil it, but yeah, definitely maybe go back and finish.
What's
it.
the name of it?
Plebs.
Plebs. I'm going to type that down.
My sister.
There's
told
some
me
really
about it.
funny gags in that show.
The funny thing about that show is, I think I said it when we talked about it originally. The first like 2 or 3 episodes, I don't think I laughed one time. Like it just wasn't doing it for me. And then all of a sudden, it like hits its stride and it becomes hilarious.
The episode that made me really start laughing was the one with the vase.
Yes.
There's an episode where they give this guy a vase for his birthday, and it's got naked women and people like fucking in all different like Kama Sutra positions all around it, and that's their version of porn. And so people keep coming into his house and trying to borrow his vase.
I just need it for 10 minutes. I just wanted to go look at this one picture over here.
It's a British sitcom, so that's probably why I haven't.
Oh, it's very British. It's very dry for the most part.
Do you know what the word pleb means?
Plebeian. It's like a short for
like
plebeian.
the poor people, right?
An ordinary person, especially one from lower social classes.
Okay, yeah.
So that makes sense, I guess, with British people. I'm sorry. Hey, say what you will about the monarchy or whatever, but Sausage Fingers apparently is almost dead.
Oh, King Charles?
Yeah, how everybody said his mother's going to die, he's going to be king, and he's going to die because he's so old.
Yeah,
and that's what the fucking is happening. The poor motherfucker. He waited his whole life to become king just to get fucking sausage fingers and die.
Can you imagine though, like you're king as soon as your mom dies, but she just like, well, don't get me wrong, I'm sure you want your mom to be around as long as she can, but you know, once you hit like 80, 85,
it's time to go.
When did she die? Like 94?
She was 90. Well, she was born in 1926, and she died in 2021, 2022.
Anyway, she was really fucking old. You know what I mean?
So 96.
So he lost out on a lot of his monarchy just because mom stuck around.
Well, how old was the queen when she died?
Well,
Mr.
and then
Google?
he gets to be queen at like 70.
Queen.
Right, king. He becomes king at 75 years old.
She was queen so long, they're just like, nah, you can be queen too.
Yeah, she was 96. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you figure most people, even if they live to 80, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
My family all died like young. I just started realizing that recently. Like I had
Not
somebody.
your mom?
But I had somebody post. It was my friend's dad posted that his dad wasn't doing well and has subsequently passed, and it's sad. But it made me realize, I'm like, holy shit! Like, there's a lot of people that have a lot older people in their family. That everyone in my family dies at like 65, 70.
Oh man.
Jeez. The other, I don't know how I got on this, but the other royal news, what I've been hearing is Kate Middleton. Like nobody's seen her.
Yeah, she's got cancer.
Yeah, and they try to cover it up or something.
Well,
right?
no, they just the whole thing was she had surgery to remove it. Apparently, it was an abdominal surgery, which I think they said it was cervical cancer. Now, all of the I guess you'd say prognosis of it is it's good. They think she's going to be fine. She'll get past this. She'll get over it, or they'll be able to treat it and all that. But they were basically trying to handle this behind closed doors, figure out how to address it, and just have some privacy. And then the fucking media just goes storming through it, so to the point where she has to actually do a video and announce it before she was ready to, but because people just can't stay out of other people's business, I guess.
Well, I guess they were like, they tried posting pictures saying she's fine, and then like all the internet sleuths said, hey, this is a Photoshop picture.
Right, I saw that, yeah.
That's where they kind of, I get why people want privacy and stuff, but don't try to cover something up for privacy.
I hear you on that, yeah.
It goes crazy. It goes bad. Just say, hey, look, we got some shit going down. We'll tell you when we're ready.
Right.
And
that works.
Well, I mean, hey, if it doesn't work, then that's other people's problem. But she's the Princess of Wales, and Owen is a Welsh name, so I think she's my princess, right? Technically?
Well,
no.
If you consider yourself a whale,
he's very orca.
But anyway, all right, that sums it up for this week in pop culture history. So, yay! All right, so yeah.
I want waffles now.
Well, I want dick pills.
That's a restaurant open up downtown.
Dick pills?
Yeah, Roscoe's Dick Pills and Waffles.
Waffle with some ground up Viagra on top.
Special recipe.
I wonder if they'll put that in my fucking frozen yogurt. Just crumble some dick pills on top.
Come have breakfast and fuck for brunch.
It's like I got a toothache and a boner.
That's the only way I take boner pills is on frozen yogurt.
I like to put them inside those little meat things that you give a dog. The little pill pot. Put it inside a pill pocket and eat my dick pills that way.
I like the idea of a human that can only take pills if they put it in dog treats.
It's like, take your pills, your heart pills. You're gonna die. You got any bacon? I want to live, but I also want some bacon.
Oh,
Dude, there's a commercial we should redo, that begging strips commercial, but do it with a dude begging for Viagra. Viagra? Boner? 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 I gotta work on that. But anyway, all right, that's all I have. The other one thing before we take a break and then come back and wrap it up with Bushey.
Yeah.
I do have this here. We're not hungover anymore. It's just a little corner of a chip.
That's something I got to do tomorrow.
It's just the corner.
No,
It's just the corner.
No.
Yeah, no. I'm going to do the whole
You're
chip.
gonna do the whole thing.
All right,
Actually,
all right.
what would be really funny
I actually
is,
got a family picnic tomorrow. I got to be at Mount
yeah, he
Dora
can't be
at like
shitting
1.
fire in IKEA.
Well, I don't want to be at a public park and have to run to a toilet. You know, they're not known to have the best bathroom. I hate normal pub. Are you going to eat more of that? Why are you keeping it around? It's like someone's staying with an abuser.
He's a good man. He don't mean no harm.
I ate the big thing, and that fucked me up a little bit. But I wonder if I do eat this one little itty bitty corner of a chip, if I'll be
You're
okay.
a glutton for punishment. You're literally the definition of it. There's no reason. Neither of us brought this chip up. There's like no reason for you to want to eat this
Well,
chip.
if you're not going to do it, let's not waste this little chip.
He's the kid that slammed his dick in the toilet seat one time, and after a couple days realized he was normal again, and goes, "Well, shit, I can do that and be okay in a couple days."
No, I don't. I like my penis to be safe. I don't slam it and everything, but Brittany. So there you go.
You punch yourself in the nuts.
How about if I'm just going to lick it? I'm not going to eat it, and I want to see if it's as hot as it was, and I want to see if I puke tomorrow. If I just lick it.
I doubt if you just lick it, you're gonna puke tomorrow.
All right.
Well, dude, you touched
Literally the powder made
Yeah.
made my mouth hot for
All
a
right.
couple hours.
Let's see how long it takes.
Oh man,
The thing is, you may have just kind of fucked up because the whole thing with like spicy shit is if it's the same thing.
Brittany just posted no with like 10 O's.
Oh shit! You're like 30 seconds too late, baby.
The thing is, like,
Woo!
you know, I was about to say you eat something that's large of the exact same.
Yeah.
Like it's not 3 different things making this hot. It's all the same thing. You know, the chip. So there's a good chance that little piece of chip is going to be almost as bad as the entire chip
Yep.
because
Yep.
yeah.
My real.
I love you, dude. God damn.
I had nowhere to go for the end of the segment. That's why I did it. What I really want to know.
I'm panicking. Give me the hot chip.
What I've really been curious about
Yes. Do tell.
is whether it was the chip that made me sick or the hotness. I'm starting to think it was the hotness, but I'll let y'all know tomorrow. No, it's a little bit better. So I'm not going to drink that beer. I didn't guzzle my beer this time.
Yeah, carbonation is not your friend when you're eating hot stuff.
Woo! All right, let's listen to more little kids
Yeah.
rap. Or some shit. God damn it.
That's an idea though. Is what we'll have to do is when Bushey finally does do his chip, maybe he'll have to eat it right before Rapper Cap, so then he actually has to do his rapper.
I mean, I thought that was the plan. I'm gonna be that. In my mind, that's how it was gonna work.
Yep.
All right, so let's. This is the newest single from O'Keefe's Music Foundation. This is the kids doing their rendition of "Wish" by 9 Inch Nails. You're listening to Pop Culture Radio.
Lose it up, don't kick it apart, clap it up real high, fall down real fast. No need for me to stay less than that. I just threw away. For if you got to trust you down, there's nothing more vegetable I could do. Still something real, still something true. Still something real, this world full of you. Hey, don't write yourself off yet. It's only in your head you feel left out or looked down on. Just try your best, try everything you can, and don't you worry what they tell themselves when you're away. It just takes some time, little further in the middle of the ride. Everything will be just fine. Everything will be alright, alright. Hey, you know you're all the same.
Welcome back to Own Endurance Pop Culture Radio. So this is, again, O'Keefe Music Foundation. This is the kids doing their version of The Middle by Jimmy Eat World. This is a simpler song, but still, I mean, very well done. I think that's what kind of surprised me. So there's some pretty different stuff, because I know we're gonna run out a little out of time to play more than just one more. If I play one more, but I think I might have something else I might want to play at the end. But so they go all over the place as far as it's mostly metal. Not gonna lie on that part, but they do some really cool shit. Like this is a different song that I know any '90s guy's gonna remember this song, and probably have some memory of some high school chick. But check this out. Same foundation. This is an 11-year-old girl singing here.
Oh God, is this what I think it is?
Mazzy Star.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that probably nobody knows what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Oh God damn it.
But does that sound perfect or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are all fucking like
Children.
little kids playing this. That's an 11-year-old girl singing that.
One of y'all could look at me and go, "You gonna cry, little baby?" And I'd be like, "Yeah." I'm like, yes, I am. There's just something about the ambiance of this song. Man.
Yeah, it's just one of those songs, man.
Haunting.
Yeah. But it's just, this is one of those songs where I'm like, every time I hear it, I'm like, it sounds like an easy song to play. And it is in a way, but there's a lot of intangibles in this song, you know?
More people have been fingered to this song than any other song. Male and female.
Oh, man. It's
What movie was that? They were on a roller coaster and she was getting fingered.
It was the one, Fear.
Fear. Marky Mark.
And, and Witherspoon.
Was it?
At least he didn't use a knife.
Or was it Alicia Silverstone?
No, it was Witherspoon.
It was Witherspoon?
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff on here, and also like if you're a fan of Lost Boys, they actually do "Cry Little Sister" from Lost Boys on here. It's like I said, it could be more eclectic than it is, but I like I said, I feel like they lead really heavy into the metal stuff, but like then you hear a song like this and you're like, just a really talented group of kids, and I think it's a revolving door for the most part, because if you watch the videos you'll see different kids pop in and out, you know, like this one is like, let's
80s pop.
yeah.
All the old paintings
You know what I'm saying? But that sounds like the original.
Yeah, it does.
I just think it's cool whenever you get a group of kids like this together and you can do some cool shit like that. I mean, but then you hear an 11-year-old sing, or that 10-year-old sing fucking Heretic Anthem by Slipknot. I mean, they're doing some crazy shit here. I mean, I haven't even played this one, but this is Slayer, South of Heaven.
Is this the first one you showed me out
No, the first one I showed you was
Pantera.
Pantera, yeah.
I don't think I heard. Yeah, we didn't hear this one yet.
But this is not an easy song to play by any stroke of the imagination. Let me get to where it's like the singing part here.
Nestled somewhere in time, unsuspecting victims, no warnings, no signs. Judgment Day.
This singer is a 14-year-old boy.
Before you see the light, you must die.
That's fucking heavy, man. Yeah. Oh,
I dig.
yeah. So that's something for you to check out. I'm playing all these off of Spotify, so obviously they're available. It's O''Keefe, K-E-E-F-E, O'Keefe Music Foundation. So, I mean, it's one of those things I watch it and I go, man, I wish there was some shit like that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I almost don't want to say that because I'm like, I think it was cooler, like, learning on my own and then getting my brothers involved in the shit that we did. But it's just cool to see that, like, somebody's out there, like, giving these kids away
Molding
to,
young
like,
minds.
Yeah. Go
To metal.
hey man, fuck all that pop bullshit. Get in here and play some Slayer or fuck yourself.
I hope that's not how he tells them.
It gets the point across, you know. So.
the play Slayer or fuck yourself School of Music.
That I'm gonna fucking LLC that shit tomorrow.
Hey, we were talking, we've been talking about, hey, how do we get more listeners, more traffic, stuff like that. I know there's a lot of different ways, and I'm not into, like, buying likes.
I don't think I'm cool with that.
No,
Like,
let's
I don't think I want
buy
to
a bunch of Indian bots.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would be unless you guys wanted to do
No,
that.
I mean,
but
yeah.
I just think that's weird. To
Yeah.
Here's the
do
deal.
that.
I'm looking at the YouTube right now, and we got 53 subscribers on YouTube, but we don't really push it that much. And
Right.
We don't push it. We have. I think the entire time I've been on the show, we've actually said like and subscribe 2 times.
Well,
And I think both times were you.
yeah, I was like, I'm gonna start saying this more, and then I fucking forget.
I don't like begging, but
It was not begging; it's just reminding people that
Yeah, but
because sometimes people just forget to hit the button.
it's not that hard to forget. If you like something, you're going to follow it. I mean, like, when I'm watching a video and people, like, are starting to talk and they're like, oh, by the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm like, all right, I'm on to the next thing because I don't need to listen to you.
I'm okay if it's mentioned one time. Like, if it's mentioned, I've watched some YouTubers, man, where it's every 5 minutes. Hey, don't forget to
Yeah.
like and subscribe. Run their banner across the screen. Like, none of that. But I don't think there's anything, even maybe at the start and finish. Just like the sign off part of the sign off, honestly, should include like and subscribe
Maybe, okay, sure.
on whatever platform you listen to us on.
Maybe if this was like all new technology and nobody knew that you like and subscribe to things, sure, then you have to remind them. But I mean, it's pretty.
Says the guy who's 85 in dog years.
Well, this is why I bring this up. I have
Yeah.
2 other channels on
Okay.
YouTube. Between the 2 channels, I have like 1,500 subscribers. Should I post like a little video on those saying, hey, if you guys dig what I used to do, this is my new endeavor. Please,
You haven't done that yet?
No.
Oh well, shit! Jesus Christ, man.
I hate begging for things. I'm like,
That's not begging. People don't know what you're doing if you're doing something new if you don't tell them. I didn't know Tom and Dan had a fucking podcast until they hadn't been on the radio for like 7 fucking years or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
By the time I found out they actually had a podcast, it wasn't like everybody had a podcast at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know what the fuck a podcast was. I'm telling you, I think they probably had 5 or 7 years of content before I even realized what a podcast was.
well, okay. For all you people out there that have subscribed to my either my regular channel or the Spook Hunters channel, which I've taken the name down, it's just Owen Money on YouTube. There's 2 different channels. Whichever one you're watching this on right now, I appreciate you. What camera am I at? I appreciate you. These are my buddies. They're down there.
You do realize
on
though,
this video.
if you're telling, You can't do it. You can't.
Time out. What I'm doing, I'm going to cut this video out. I'm
Oh.
going to post it on my goddamn channel. Just settle down there, Bushey.
I'm sorry, I fucked it up.
Yes, you did. Now I got to fucking
damn.
start over.
Okay.
This is the shit you're going to get if you fucking listen to Owen and Dirt's Pop Culture Radio. I appreciate y'all following us on the Spook Hunter stuff and the Owen Money stuff, but this is my new endeavor. Like and subscribe, please. It'll make my night. I don't really care, but they care. All right. There, you guys good? We're going to get like 5 subscribers now.
Oh man.
Hey, 5 more than we had.
Oh,
Yeah.
we just went to 54. Look at that.
Did we really?
No.
You
Oh,
fucking
God damn it. You should have rolled with it.
Hold on, let me see. Nope, we're still at 53.
No, but definitely I would say, I don't want to do anything that sounds like begging, but there's nothing wrong with just reminding people. I can't say there are times where I'll just be letting YouTube run, play whatever it's going to play for me. And if I'm just, playing Xbox while I'm listening to these YouTube videos, there are several that get by me without liking or subscribing, and I may have it. But guess what? The one that says, "Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe," pulls me away from. I go, "Oh yeah, that's right. I should probably do that if I like this video."
Okay, I guess I can.
So even just looking at it that way, that a lot of people listen passively, maybe not even be looking for us.
You know where I think a lot of these fucking hits come from? Like, people get like billions. Like
Crack cocaine.
No.
Yeah.
Like kids now have iPads and stuff. I mean, Jackson has 2 different ones. One he broke.
Oh, don't say that. All our subscribers
No,
are just
no.
children that accidentally.
I'm not saying subscribers. I'm saying views. This little kid will pull up YouTube. He'll watch a couple things and fall asleep. And that thing will play for 3 or 4 hours, playing video after video, and he's asleep. And
Oh man, I didn't even think of that. So with YouTube, if you have a kid, you just put it on autoplay and put that shit in front of them. It reminds me of that movie Run, Ronnie, Run. Did you ever see that?
No.
David Cross. It's about a redneck who keeps getting arrested on cops, and they finally give him his own show where he gets arrested in Newtown every week.
No.
But he comes over to his girlfriend's house, and he's like, "Charlene, you gonna go to dinner with me tonight? I got a real important type of question I gotta ask you." And she goes, "Ronnie, I got kids. I can't find a sitter." And he goes, "You got a TV, don't you, bitch?"
Oh God.
And that just reminded me of that the YouTube now is the TV, but it never stops playing
Exactly.
the shit that it's in their algorithm.
There was a statistic I heard one day, and I'm just gonna throw it. But it was something like there were like 2,000 hours worth of content uploaded every second or something like that.
Oh, I can imagine.
So like, there's no way that you could ever fathom watching it. Like, there's no such thing as watching. They even did the math. I think it was wherever I was watching that statistic. Also said that like, if you were to stop, uploads now and watch everything end to end, it would take you like 4 million years or something to watch everything that's ever been posted.
I just
on YouTube.
thought of it just now. I just made the connection to why this is funny. There's this guy that Heather's just started recently following, and it's a European guy reacts, and he's from Portugal.
Okay.
So maybe he knows us.
We are #1 in Portugal.
But one of his most recent videos, he reacted to the greatest insults of Al Bundy on Married with Children, and he's dying laughing at this. But he's going, "I'm maybe don't want to insult anybody. Maybe this is not funny anymore. But I mean, you admit that's a good joke, right?"
No,
he's like-
definitely Married with Children. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it, but anytime it always held up,
Yeah, I mean, but when he's showing like Al's best insults, every one of them you're like, yeah, probably couldn't get away with that these days.
Well, yeah, because 90% of it was body shaming.
Yeah, exactly,
so,
yeah.
Dude, my grandmother used to watch that show, and I was like 9, 10, and I never got a lot of the humor until like I got older, and that was a fucking raunchy show to be watching from me. So I don't feel so bad watching poor things.
One of the jokes that he said that this guy laughed his ass off the most, where Peg comes walking in the door and she goes, "I'm home, Al. Did you miss me?" And he goes, "With every bullet so far."
And then the slut of a daughter,
Oh, yeah.
you can't make that kind of humor nowadays. But anyway,
Really, everybody's a slut now.
but that's normal. I mean, never mind. I don't know.
We're gonna have to do like one of those like Live Aid concerts for Save the Sluts, because I don't know why people keep shaming them. Like, you want them to go away? You want sluts to be extinct?
We are anti-slut shaming here.
Exactly.
We are slut shaming the slut shamer. No, we're shaming the slut. No, fuck it.
Shaming the slut shamers.
SSS.
Yes.
Wait.
STS.
Yeah, what? Who cares?
STSS.
It's funny because there's a whole big. I don't know if you've seen
That
this.
shouldn't have been so hard.
I don't know if you've seen this, but there's a big push online where they're like normalize sex workers, and I'm like, okay, here's the thing: the only people who had a problem with sex workers are people who had some like ridiculously unattainable moral compass or something. I don't know what it is, but there's not a single person I know who's not at least watched porn before, and I'm like, why are you shaming the people who create the content that you consume? This makes absolutely no sense at all.
And it's been proven over and over again that it's usually the people talking shit about how holy they are and everything that, you know, once the curtain gets pulled back, they're the real weirdos. Yeah. They're the ones, you know,
they're the ones who their
porn.
phone's dinging going, oh, cool, new stepmom porn?
Yeah.
I know somebody, I'm not going to say any names, but they won't watch porno with humans, but they'll watch cartoon pornos, like Fred Flintstone banging Wilma or something like that.
Oh, I bet I could guess.
No guessing, please. And I'm like, dude, it's creepy as fuck. Just watch a girl get banged.
Oh God. Sometimes I feel like we shouldn't drink so much when we're doing it. 'Cause I'm like, maybe I shouldn't.
That's the point of the fucking show.
Well, number one, I disagree with you, but go ahead.
So, I am not the same person on Facebook I used to be. I've matured a lot. You know, you always want to grow and everything. But back in the day, I joined a Facebook group that, shall we say, admires the female form.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's not bad. Like, they'll even, like, if someone posts, like, a shot that you can tell was, like, someone took a picture of a girl and it's like a candid shot. She wasn't, everyone will shit on them, like, hey, you're a fucking creeper, you know, stuff like that. But if it's, you know, it's usually pictures of just, like, movie stars, you know,
Yeah.
but in their, you know, more sexual photos they put out or something.
Right.
So I've kind of stayed there just to kind of see, you know, a lot of
evolution.
Because, man, there are some creepy fucking people.
Oh,
So I have stayed, not for the pictures of women, but to go to the comments and see what a lot of these people say.
Yeah.
Well, now we've gotten to a point in this group where a lot of people are sharing AI women, okay, straight up AI-generated images. You can tell, you know, the hands are weird. And dudes don't care.
Yeah.
And that shit is weird because, like, I am in the minority. I'd say I'm in probably, there's maybe like, I don't know, 30% of us that, you know, when a photo like that goes up that are just like, fake, you know, or stupid. And most people are like, yeah, but it's still hot, bro. You know? I'm like, what? Like, so
those are the guys who are jerking off to Jessica Rabbit.
Well, all I'm saying is it seems like the majority, at least from a group that is all about looking at the female form, they don't seem to care whether it's real or not.
A fantasy is a fantasy.
Well, then that shouldn't bother you that the guy likes the cartoon porn.
It doesn't bother me. It just seems weird, man.
You shouldn't think it's weird if the fantasy is the fantasy.
You're right. But, okay. If
I mean, who doesn't want to get jerked off by an octopus?
Okay, sure. But
You're not supposed to agree that fast to that.
If
I
I
already
want
took my boner pill. Like octopus? Yeah. That's like suction and friction.
That's like 8 vaginas.
If I want to see, like, Gem and the holograms go on each other.
Oh, man.
What?
Gem and the holograms. Remember that cartoon from, like...
Yes, I do.
I used to watch it, and I would stare at their V's.
Truly outrageous.
Yes.
Truly outrageous.
They drew her with the boobies and the little badge. I loved
What?
it. When I was like 10, that was my porno, I guess. I don't know. I didn't masturbate to it, but I love looking at the female form in that cartoon. But now that I'm an adult, if I want to see Gem and the holograms get it on, I would like to see, like, real people, like, playing the part. That's my fantasy. I don't understand the cartoon part, or at least the generated AI stuff will pull, like, a real-looking picture. It won't be a cartoon. They just have, like, 8 fingers, but, you know, that could be handy.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they could give you a handy with their 8 fingers.
Stick one up your ass. Well,
This is a
I remember
terrible-
in the 90s, it was a big thing where, like, people were making porno out of cartoons, like just the drawings and stuff. And I remember I printed a bunch of them out and put them all over the break room at work because it was all just guys, mechanics, and all of us back there because I thought it was funny. And then I walked in the break room and there was this one guy, and a bunch of them are laughing. There's just one guy who's like, "Dude, the fuck is this?" And it was Bart Simpson banging Lisa Simpson, and he just looks at me. He goes, "Dude, it's his fucking sister." It's a cartoon, man.
Yeah, but there's if it's incest, it's still weird. If it's cartoon. Well, damn, that almost proves the point of, I guess, if it's fake, it's still hot. If it's fake, but it's incest and it's still weird.
Yeah,
dude. In regular porn,
I don't know. I give up.
That's one of the best categories. Is the not incest necessarily, but the stepmother, the family.
Oh yeah. That's all over the place now.
Yeah, it's
that shit's so weird.
But they always have to say.
I mean, I keep watching it, but it's so weird.
They always say, they make it clear that we're not the biological relative. We're the step, and that makes it okay.
Man.
So. I don't. Okay, whatever.
All right, let's get into rapid
This is always a terrible intro to my segment. Like we always just, hey, we ran out of stuff to talk about. Let's riff for 30 minutes on jerking off and boner pills, and then we'll do some rap songs.
Well, if you're going to jerk off, I would suggest wrapping it up. It's a lot cleaner. But speaking of wrapping it up, let's wrap it up with Bushey.
Do you wear a condom to jerk off? That's weird.
I did for a little while because I don't know where I heard it from, but it was like, jerk off with a condom. It's nice, clean, throw it away. I think I had a ton of condoms, which I wasn't using at the time.
That becomes an expensive habit if you're.
Yeah. But yeah, I think I ran out of them. I'm like, fuck it. I'll just come in a napkin like I usually do.
Like a real man.
I get the hardest paper towels I can find. Like I'm gonna toughen this thing up.
Dude, the first time
soft.
The first time I tried,
if I am gonna callus on my cock, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Never mind, I'm not gonna
Prospector.
No, let's just go to Rapid Cap. I'm not gonna tell that story.
I mentioned a stranger the other day to a friend of mine, and I was like, he's like, I don't even know what you'd do if you didn't have a right hand. I'm like, you'd have to do it with your left hand. He's like, that would be weird. And I was like, no, but you just sit on it until it was numb. I was like, then you use it and it feels like someone else is doing it. And he's like, does that work? And I go, it works. But I was like, but it would still feel like a line tech when she's jerking you off.
All right, I'm going to sit on your hand and you jerk me off.
We just do a Dutch rudder.
What's that?
I actually...
You know what Dutch rudder is?
No.
So Dutch rudder is like, I've got this hand, right, on me, and then you, with your left hand, grab my wrist.
Oh, and I make you do it.
And then I grab your left wrist, and then we do this.
Okay.
Really, guys?
Yeah.
We'll try that when we do the dick pills.
It's going a little further than I thought it was going to. I'll take the dick pills, but I'd rather not jerk you off.
Don't worry. With me, it won't go that far.
It'd be a triangle with three of us. You could do a triple Dutch rudder.
Yeah, we could do that.
The math works out.
Yeah, yeah.
You want in?
Duh. I'm not using it. If it's weird if I just sit here and watch y'all do it, right?
I mean, it's only weird if you watch us do it and jerk off.
But if your hand's on, not so weird.
Are we gonna have to flip coins, or do you guys know who you want to put your hand on? Do you have a favorite?
Hey, well, the dick is hard for 8 hours.
Just go in this direct like this. I mean,
counterclockwise.
And
well, in the configuration we're sitting right now, then that doesn't make it weird. Like we jockeying for position or anything,
But I'm saying, like, depending on what hand you start with, we're in the same position, but there's two different outcomes.
Yeah.
Either I'm holding Dirt's wrist, or right?
Yeah. It would be like Owen would be holding my wrist.
Owen's making a fucking technical drawing.
Owen would be holding my wrist. I would be holding yours, and you would be holding Owen's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Duh.
So basically, Owen would be jerking me off. I'd be jerking you off, and you'd be jerking Owen off.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
I just figured we had to get that straight before my game here.
I'm asking the internet if Viagra works for women to see if Brittany can play.
Apparently, it does slightly raise their libido because it's really a blood flow thing, so it still kind of heats it up down there. From what I don't know, just heard.
Spoken like somebody's looked it up before.
No, I'm real world experience guy. I don't look up anything. I either make it up or it's really happened.
The internet says it is not approved for women. Don't
No,
do
it's
it.
not approved. I'm just telling you about people who've taken it and told me.
Apparently for
Like
women.
I said, remember, I know someone who soaked a tampon in vodka and put it up their ass because they heard it would get them more drunk.
it will, dude.
Apparently, it just burns really bad, and I laughed and laughed.
No, dude, that's what college kids
Like,
are doing.
I'm still sober and I got a Freddy Krueger butthole, so it's like,
If you just do beer and stick it up your ass, you get drunk really quick.
well, that's called butt chugging.
Is it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what they're doing in college. and
Yeah.
shit. I've never done
That's
it.
where you use a beer funnel. Like, you know how you ever done a beer funnel? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Where-
No, I'm the guy that I'm always just like, go ahead, guys, do your thing. I'll be drunk eventually.
Yeah, my mouth hole is good enough. I don't need to pour beer in any other hole. You know.
My mouth hole is good enough.
I've been telling you that for years.
Like and subscribe on YouTube and all the other platforms.
Let's check in on how many.
Like and subscribe Owen's mouth.
Well, we're down to 50 subscribers.
Okay, checks out.
Also, Brittany says that's ridiculous. I don't think she's a fan of us jerking each other off.
What,
Whatever.
Britt? Come on,
She's
now.
just saying that.
Fun is fun. You like jerking? Well, never mind.
Listen, don't run her off. We're gonna need somebody to videotape this.
Right. Okay. So, rapper Cap. I got some rappers' names. Some are real, some are fake, and you guys got to figure it out. You know what? We always go left to right, so I think this time we're gonna go
Okay.
ahead and let Dirt
Well,
start.
I usually
choose-
start because Dirt knows more than I do, and I could just copy Dirt's.
Well, that's the thing. So, is it an unfair advantage that he's always gone last?
I
doubt. I think he'll still win, but I'm just. I was like, fuck it.
don't know
I'll switch it up tonight.
All right,
He
switch
just
it
wants to
up.
reverse the rotation
only
so that he
two
jerks me off.
There's only two fucking people here, okay?
All right.
I can only switch it up so many ways. First of all, we got Chai Hoover. Or Shy Hoover. Is C-H-I Shy?
Shy like Chi-Town, like Chicago's Chi-Town, Shy Hoover.
Shy Hoover?
Shy Hoover.
Is it Chai like chives? Shy?
For some reason, now I'm thinking J. Edgar Hoover in Chicago. I'm going to go with that's rap.
Chai? Sounds like some kind of tea from Starbucks. Chai Hoover?
Yeah.
Chai Hoover. Dry ho. No, that is Cap. I'm going to say Cap. He said rap. I say Cap.
Apparently, switching the orders not going to change much. Next,
And Brittany says she will not videotape us jerking each other off.
Well, that's fine.
she's not
That's
a,
fine because I have cameras mounted anyway.
she's
So
not a team player, man. God.
We're not really going
I'll just have to edit that segment for Pornhub instead of Facebook.
You know what? I need to probably clarify to her that this is all satire. We're not really going to jerk each other off.
What?
Oh, what the fuck, man?
I got to say that so she won't suspect
Oh.
anything.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I get
Just
it.
run something else on,
Yeah.
on the stream
Wink-
while we're
Yeah. Wink, wink. We haven't already practiced.
we just put a sign up to all the cameras that says jerking off.
Be back in 10 minutes. Jerking off.
10 minutes. That's a long time.
Well, we have to stand there really awkwardly afterwards for a bit, and then look at each other and be like, so yeah. And then there's cleanup involved. So, you know.
All right,
now
right
with the
on.
Dutch rudder, you clean each other. No, never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Next we got Big Booger. Big Booger.
Oh.
Man, I feel like if that's not a rapper, that's a name that should have been taken a long time ago. So I'm gonna say that's rap.
I'm going to say that's rap. The first thing I said, there's got to be a big guy who they call Booger. Big Booger is a real rapper. He raps. Yeah, he's a real rapper.
Big Booger is Cap.
Oh,
So Bushey was sitting on his couch, picking his nose, and said, "This would be a good fucking name for a rapper."
Yeah, it's a Big Booger. All right, so it's 1-0. 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Next we got Shorty Shitstain. Shorty Shitstain.
if that's a real rapper, he is so featuring on a song. Shorty Shitstain. If that's not a rapper, I'm taking that name.
So what do you think?
Man, I'm going rap.
You gonna rap? I'm gonna go Cap because shit stain is a negative, and short. I get shorty. Shorty means something. It's not just like a short sub. It means something in the whole rap game, right? Shorty.
Shorty does, yeah.
Yeah. What does it mean?
Means you're short.
Oh, I thought it meant like you use a short gun or something. I don't know.
No, that's sawed off shit stain.
Sawed off shit stain.
That's a good one. I'm going to just say Cap because shit stain is not cool, even for a rapper. Rappers don't want shit stains.
You would think you would accidentally get more right by now. like Shorty Shitstain is a real rapper.
Shit!
Shorty
Stain!
I thought I was going to get dirt with that one. I was like, I figured he'd be like, there's no way that's real.
Man, it's such a good gimmick.
Shorty Shitstain. I couldn't believe it was real. I had to look it up twice.
How does he spell it?
SHORTYSHITSTAIN.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even any stylization to it.
No changing nothing.
Like put a Y instead of an I in there, like Shorty Stain.
No, it is straight up. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, I might even be wrong. It might even be shit stain as in two words. Shit and stain.
Yeah, it is. I just looked it up. I had to see the yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, Shorty shit stain.
Stain.
Oh.
Yeah.
SSS. That's coming back.
Please do not forget this. Remind me when this show is over to tell you about the DeLand rapper.
Okay.
Just say what was this
D-Land, the D-Land
from the rapper from DeLand. Yes. There's a whole story behind it that's really fucked up.
All right.
Just yeah.
Okay. Next we got T-Mob.
I just can't say it on the air.
All right. Next we got T-Mob.
T-Mob.
T-Mob. I know J-Mob.
T-Mob.
You know him?
Yeah. He's one of the old school like vinyl DJs from like Miami South and like
All right.
yeah,
That's good to
Miami
know.
bass scene. So if there's not a T-Mob, there's a T-Pain. T-Mob. I want to think that would be too close to somebody else's name and you might get overlooked. I'm going to say that's Cap.
Shit, I want to say Cap too, but if I want any chance of winning this game, I should say. Okay, you know what? My first inclination is saying it's fake because, you know, like you said, it sounds too close to other names. But then again, Bushey throws the bush sometimes. So I'm going to say it's a rap. It's a real rapper.
T-Mob is Cap.
Oh, motherfucker.
Oh man.
It's funny, when I looked it up, it just brought up T-Mobile.
You smell like onion.
DJ Cricket
I don't know.
Wireless.
These aren't the right things. Sorry. Where's my gunshots?
All right. Last we got TJ Clipper.
TJ
Clipper.
Man,
I get this one.
I'm going to say Cap because that reminds me of William Shatner too much. TJ Hooker. Unless TJ Clipper has a female named TJ Hooker that raps with him in their pimp and a hooker. But I still think
That's
it's
TJ Crumper.
That is definitely a real rapper because he was a fan of TJ Hooker, and he said, I'm just going to use this as my rap name. Boom, boom.
God damn it.
Why did you do that?
I like shooting stuff.
As someone with a subs in their car, that pisses me off because that's the kind of shit that blows out your subs when you know what I mean? You're not expecting all this. It's like, wham! And you're like, oh, shit. It's over.
Sorry, that was a shot.
Damage done.
I'll use a pistol.
Okay. TJ Clipper's Cap.
I forgot what I said already.
You
I
said
it rap.
Yeah, it's a rap.
Dude, perfect score.
Perfect. You got And here's the crazy part. Dirt only missed one, and this is the first time I've done 3 caps in a
man,
long.
yeah.
It's almost always like rappers, and I'll change like 1 or 2. This is the first time I've done 3, and you still almost got a perfect score.
Man, look at that.
You are annoyingly good at this.
I just look at it from a marketing standpoint. If I'm an artist, I'm like, am I gonna pick a name that's like, oh man, if I was T-Mob, that's a great name, but like people are gonna, Oh, you talking about J-Mob? No. Oh, you talking about T-Pain?
And,
No,
and it's
I'm
funny because
T-Mob.
you got to realize, like, I thought for like as I'm writing this, I'm like T-Mob. I was like, that's so generic, and so like they're gonna have to think that's real. You know what I mean? It's just so. I've heard that before, but of course, Dirt knows every musician that's ever lived. It's like impossible to trick this guy.
Oh man.
Oh Lord. All right, so I had sent something to Dirt the other day, and
Oh, yes.
it was saying that NLE Choppa is possibly going to be doing some country music.
I wish I could say the name of his house.
Mountain. he named his mountain, but let's just say it's a word we can't say. Mountain.
Save,
No,
and then a word we can't say, mountain.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But yet again, could be a total troll post.
Yeah.
Like I didn't like look up to verify this or anything. But there was NLE Choppa dressed in like cowboy boots and a cowboy
The big
hat
wad of cash
and-
hanging out the pocket of his jeans.
What word? Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going into the booty clapper here. I got two, and I had told Dirt, I was like, well, I said if he does country music, it may not be the worst thing ever because I actually like the stuff that he does that I consider more on the poppy side. And then he actually started off, if I'm not mistaken, with the really like gangster hard shit.
Hardcore stuff, yeah.
Yeah, every music video was like 70 dudes on the block, kind of thing. But then he's also done, in my opinion, some poppier type stuff. Excuse me. So I've got two songs for the Booty Clappers. The first one is NLE Choppa, Narrow Road, and this is on what I would consider the poppier side. And then after we do the poppier side of NLE Choppa, we'll do one of the more hood shit songs.
All right, so this is the first one. This is Narrow Road.
Yep.
Here we go.
And here's the thing, I don't think this is like an amazing song or anything, but for somebody that really only did the super gangster shit, I think it's got a good kind of vibe to it. It's him and Lil Baby.
Top side, dun dada, got the buzz like a gato, and that little top side, yeah. I just got the Range Rover with some 4Gs, sipping codeine, feeling like a dolphin. He say I'm not a killer. That nigga don't know me. My OG told me put in work when I was 14. Going down a narrow road, going down a narrow road, going down a narrow road, I'm going down a narrow road. They tell me things smart, I know right from wrong. They tell me I'ma get life with this dirty chrome. Where you rather take a life before they take it wrong. And bitch, I been through some shit, I come from a broken home. I got a different mentality. These bitches kill or be killed. I'd rather kill a rat before I write a statement and squeal. It ain't no face up in my circle, real, recognize real. I kicked that boy up out my car that night that I did my drill. Cause hey, we are not the same. I got murder running through my brain.
I guess it's still kind of gangster.
It is, but it's
poppy though, right? Yeah.
They asking who I need. Well, I don't need shit. Only thing I need is this Glock 23, bitch. Flying overseas, got a young nigga seasick. I was just posted in the street like some semen. I just got the Range Rover.
So it's pretty much the same, and then it goes into Lil Baby's verse, which is good. But you know, if you like it, go listen to the song. And NLE Choppa is an interesting one because obviously you can see he really goes in. And I haven't seen too much about people saying he's fake or anything like that. You know, like he isn't really about that life. But at the same time, he also seems to keep his nose really clean. So it makes me actually think that NLE Choppa is one of these guys who is pretty, shall we say, like heavy in the streets, but smart enough to not put all the shit out there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, so like he's not going...
Because people get called out. If you put some shit out like that and you're fake,
yeah,
you're going to get called out pretty fucking quick. But this dude never seems to get called out, even though he doesn't like I say, actually post real shit, you know, like some of these idiots do. I mean, they literally make the case anymore for people. All they gotta do, oh, look at your Instagram. Here's where you were driving up to this person's house. Here's where you were shooting it. Here's where you were playing with the chain you took off of his body 2 hours after he was killed. You know, it's like that's real shit. They just film everything.
Yeah. It was a hard life.
Yeah. Are you still looking for that?
No.
Okay.
No.
So before we end the show, I just got a text message. Have you guys seen the new trailer for Beetlejuice 2?
I not the newest trailer, but I saw like the first one they put out.
2 days ago?
No. Hold on. Maybe it was just like a promo. Like,
I don't know if this has got an ad on it. No, it does not. So I'm just gonna play it real quick so we'll watch it for the first time with everybody. So this
spoilers. No, I'm just kidding.
This is the trailer for Beetlejuice 2.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Daylight come and we want to go.
Oh yes, I didn't realize she was in it.
Daylight come and we want to go. Me say day, me say day, me say day, me say day, me say day. Daylight come and we want to go.
The juice is loose.
So is it the full original cast?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Well, and Wednesday, she's in it now.
Yeah. That's fucking great.
Yeah. No. And see, now that is a perfect trailer.
Perfect.
It told us nothing.
I
It told us nothing, but it made you interested to see the movie.
I don't want to
right?
call it perfect. I didn't see one nipple.
On a trailer? How many trailers do you see with nipples?
I mean, I try to see as many as possible. And I mean, I grew up in a popka, so I was in a lot of trailers that had nipples.
Okay, yeah. Checks out.
Stay Awake With Me is a good song. It'll shrink your dick.
Secondhand Scenario?
No, Secondhand Serenade.
Serenade.
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah,
they're
I'm-
fine. It's a emo shit.
I was only
above.
half listening to what you were saying, if I'm being honest.
Vulnerable. That's a good song.
Secondhand what?
Secondhand Serenade. You don't have to actually look them up. I just need to cleanse my palate from all that killing from the rapping.
Wait. No. Now we have to listen.
Oh,
Secondhand Serenade.
We want listeners, right? You want me to pull it up?
Oh, shit. Here it is right here.
I've got that shit saved.
Okay, hold on. Okay, let's just... This is what we're going to close the show for.
Vulnerable?
Oh, that's that one you want to play? Okay.
Well, I mean, that's the sappiest one.
Where Does My Heart Beat Now?
Where does my heart beat now?
That was the one I did. Where does my heart beat now?
Very good, very good.
Give
Oh,
me a
man.
sign. Oh, it's beautiful.
Well, if you like that one, you'll like Vulnerable.
Wait, what are we doing? You're singing Britney Spears now?
Yes.
Well, you're going to...
I'm not going to sing it. No. I'm getting ready to get... I've got Taco Bell in my future.
Oh, okay.
That's a good idea.
Okay, well, fuck it then.
Wait, what are we doing?
Here.
Just do Where's My Heart Beat Now, and I'll sing us out.
Hold on, turn me up.
Turn my headphones up.
This is Vulnerable. This is a man...
Did you say vulnerable?
Sure. Vulnerable.
I thought you said vulnerable, like, you know, like Bono. Wait, this is Secondhand Serenade? This is definitely not the song that I liked by them. I don't know what this shit is. I mean, this is a wonderful song. Heartfelt.
I listen to Murder. You listen to Love.
It's not okay to scream gay anymore, is it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Shaking fingertips show that you're scared like me, so let's
Okay, shut that shit off real quick.
No, I'm actually talking shit. I actually like it.
No, it's
I
not
ain't
bad.
gonna lie.
I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I want to end the
I like that song because, I mean, that's one point where a guy's saying, you know, are you as vulnerable as me? I'm opening
No,
myself
I actually
up.
really like the high-pitched, harmonious, emo type stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I just can't.
That's what
say
I'll be
that I
playing
do.
when we jack each other off.
I'm just not man enough to admit it like you are. I listen to it by myself and cry.
Stay Awake With Me is a good
All right, so I'm
one.
going to take the testosterone back up a tad so we can get in the
If you
show.
have to.
Yeah, so here's what we'll end the show on. How about this?
I like it. Is this the kids?
No, this is actual Scorpions.
Oh, okay. Well, I was telling you the other day, I need to find out what the theme song for the first Highlander movie was, because I'm pretty sure it was the Scorpions that did it, and that song is amazing.
Okay. All right.
Actually, hold up one second. Do you care? Or were you
No, I don't care.
Let's see. I love this song.
I can hum the hell out of this song.
Princes of the Universe.
Who's am I?
Oh, written and composed for Highlander is a song on the album for which Mercury receives sole credit. Mercury? I thought it was her. I thought it was the Scorpions, to be honest with you.
This is my queen.
Princes, not princess, princes.
Princes of the Universe. Yeah.
Oh, Mercury. Yeah, duh. So you've never heard this song?
No.
Oh, bro.
Here we are, born to be kings. We're the princes of the universe.
Wait, this might not be the one I'm thinking.
Here we belong, fighting to survive in a war.
You said it's for Highlander, right?
I mean, no, that's what I looked up, and that's what it brought up. Maybe
There's
it gets
another version of it by the Proto
Oh, wait.
Man.
Maybe I was about to say, I remember being harder. Maybe they just clipped the harder part.
What year did Highlander come out?
Oh, shit. 70, 80
Okay.
something? Here, yeah, this is it.
You cannot say 2 years. There can be only one.
That shit's gangster.
For survival, we've got to be the rulers of your world.
You know, this is the right song. I just hadn't heard the very first little part, apparently. I think they start it right where it starts getting hard on the movie.
When he starts getting hard on the movie. When his boner pills kick in, that's when that song comes in.
No, but what he just said, listen, he just said, I am immortal, I have inside me blood of kings. Rewind that shit.
All right.
To be kings, princes of the universe, fighting and free.
It's funny because apparently I've never heard the whole song. I just heard what was in the movie. I dig it.
All right. Well, we're ending it on Princes of the Universe from Highlander then. All right, you've been listening to Pop Culture Radio. We'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
Pop Culture Radio has been a weird Florida production. Like and subscribe on whatever platform you listen on.